Hey! I almost thought for a second, I'm like, did I not add myself to the screen? Because I used that as the backdrop too. I am still like struggling with these little things, but they were so cheap. I can't help it. Hey everybody, thanks for coming in. Trish, I just saw you. I didn't get a chance to like because I am just not that great with typing all the time while I'm going live. Actually, I'm just not that great with typing. I'm better with typing though on my laptop than trying to get everybody's names like on my I can't do the thumbs like the older, you know, I think Gen X, like we do like the the finger thing. I mean, I'm sure we can do this too, but the younger kids seem to they have those thumbs that are just ambidextrous and I can do it a little bit, but wow, yeah, it's hard to do people's, channel names on the phone. I wanted to invite in, I wanted to say hello to Gardening Warrior Q. She was first. She is holding that. And then we have Storms, Radios, and Cats. Thank you very much. Both of them were at my morning Fibro Fri-Yay. And Diva in the Dirt, Maureen Washington, she was busy with a lovely vocal, I can't remember the name, what you guys call that, but she was teaching today. So she was a bit busy. Now she's catching some dinner, which she, I'm sure, earned today. And there's Willie Grow. Oh, always checking the plumbing. Okay. I'm glad you came back, Willie Grow. And almost homesteading with Janet. A big thank you to you for putting me on that list so people would see it. I so appreciate it. I just didn't want them to think that nighttime was Fibro Fri-Yay because there's just a certain kind of group that comes for Fibro Fri-Yay usually. Um, yeah. So, yeah, this is kind of the wide open live. But I so appreciate you for doing that. And it's really wonderful. And Miss T too for, just even thinking of that to open it up to people like that for us all to meet, new friends and stuff. Hedgehog's Homestead is here, Miss Laura. She got a nap so she can come and keep us company. Miss Trish Wiley. Oh, GT's in the house. DG Jr. Grows in Alaska. The Bud Files. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Let me see if I got everybody because I always get behind. Shawnee Shave. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I could spill some tea, but I won't. Masterclass. Oh, is it tomorrow? I don't know why I was thinking it was today. That's right. Oh, baking was today. Your usual baking got thrown off a day. I don't see. I'm so confused. You would think we were on two different oh, we are kind of. We're on two different, well, not really. Well, Vancouver is its own little mini continent. Okay, I think I caught up. And, who knows, who else is out there? I have friends and not friends in the shadows, and that's okay. Nana's salutations to you too. Welcome in, welcome in. And Cool Gamer, hey, Cool Gamer too. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. You were there this morning too. I appreciate everybody who, popped in for my Fibro Fri-Yay. And you and I are separated by a border? Almost homesteading. You're not in Georgia. Wait. I see all. Aw, thanks, Shawnee. Shawnee sees us all just she's getting her tea, so she can't do the for everybody. But there's just today seemed like such a crazy day. And it's continued to just be crazy. And there's just a lot of anger swirling and lies and accusations. And I'm not going to put my mind there. Like, I can't because, especially if you women know who have perimenopause, menopause, it's just not worth it because once that gets churning, it gets stirred up and it's just not worth it. Uh, Even this morning, like, Malachi he's severely autistic and he has fetal alcohol syndrome. And I have no idea genetically what else he has. But I woke up to basically he is still in a diaper. We're working on, ABA therapy and trying to get him to, potty train. I woke up to one of those poop messes that little children do, except he's much larger. He's 9. And he basically washed himself in it. Yeah, is the best way to describe it. So that was how my morning started today. And I I just was like, I don't I I've never faced this. Like my daughter, she was quiet. She was high functioning autism, and we've got that autism spectrum a bit in the family because I'm ADHD. That's like kind of the beginning of it, and it's kind of all over the place. I saw the best graph where it was like a circle, and it shows like you've got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and that would be like each person instead of you know some kind of arch. But anyway, so yeah, she never did that. And I've heard that too with parents who have had, multiple children and they're even, genetically theirs, that it'll be that one child that for some reason, sensory wise or whatever, does that. And yeah, Laura knows what that's like from working with special needs. And yeah, I just looked at him and he's got his little tight curly hair and all that poop was in it. And I was like, don't even. So he has a changing table. Thank God my father built this thing because he built it a long time ago as a stereo. And then something happened with the doors. And so I just decided to take them off. And yeah, now it's like a really long kind of shelf, but you can tell it used to be maybe for records on the bottom. It's just that perfect size. And I had to put him up there and I figured, you know what, I can clean all that off, but I've got to get, the mess off him first before I can wash him clean in our tub. Like I have to get some of this texture off, I'll just say. So that was what I did this morning was then cleaning it all up and then bagging up, like cleaning some of the bedding, bagging up some that had to go in and trying not to gag. Yeah. So I did not eat anything until 6 o'clock tonight. And it was a salad. And I did have some tomatoes by golly, right after I said I've got to get off of all my nightshades. But yeah, that I think I earned some tomatoes. Hey, Aid, thanks for coming in there. So anyway, to stir up a day like that, and then of course just like letting him know like I can't deal with any more poop. Like you've got to come home, and when you come home, I need you to help me with doing some of this laundry that he created because it doesn't bother him. Like he's a guy, he sits there and he'll watch Dr. Pol and eat when Dr. Pol is, deep into something gross and it grosses me out. So like he started to help, but oh my gosh, yeah. What a way to start the day. So tonight I just wanted it to be kind of like peaceful and like us talk about like what maybe is one of those peaceful things that we do that helps us take ourselves down a notch. Like I know we all garden, but is there something else? Like, oh hi, my Renaissance grandma. I was going to use you as an example. My Renaissance grandma is doing. You should go over and see. She started this new, creative venture with doing the pour paintings. And it's funny. My Renaissance grandma. I would love to try that, but I'm so concerned with finding a spot, but also Malachi. But I also have like a sibling who does it too. And yeah, you can get so into it without like spray alcohols and there's all kinds of different things for moving the paint around and making it do different kind of textures as it dries. It just looks like fun. But anyway, talking about like peace, like that used to be for me, not just painting on canvas, but if I would help my dad painting, I loved cutting in. I'm one of those weirdos, yes, I know, that loves cutting in. I love to do all that. I don't know if I can do it anymore. I actually volunteered my services and did it for Habitat for Humanity. And I was bent for so long up like this, doing all the, it's not is it flashing? That's around the side of the house. It was only like this big. I was doing all that, and I think I only got down one whole side, and that was probably the beginning of like the migraines and the fibros. So my neck wasn't the best anyway. And, somebody relieved me, but I heard the painting guy say, "Oh, but she is really good." And I was like, "Yay!" Took it as such a compliment. Hey, that's awesome. Will it grow? I'm going to drop the link so we don't have to all talk for, my side chat who wants to come up. I know I've got more than this side chat because I'm seeing the numbers, and all I can say is what's been spoken is not true. I'm not even a techie person, so I can't be bothered, at all. Cannot be bothered. I know that for a fact there was all kinds of trolls out lately, and we are dealing with a war going on, and we are dealing with their trolling too. So, and AI and them using AI. So, yeah, no, can't be bothered at all. Can't be bothered. There we go. There is the link for my ladies for, Will It Grow if you want to come up too. That's fine if you want to. I'm not sure. Homestead Aquarius is in the background. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, the cutting in and thank you for that. Yes. I would love fishing. I'm trying. Oh yeah, and we talked about spring break. Yep, yep. That's right. And spring break was out. You're right. Spring break would probably have something to do with it. There she is. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing? You're fixing everything. Go ahead. Take your moment. But yeah, John, that would be my other one. I love to go fishing, but I'm not great at getting things off the hook that shouldn't be there. Like if a turtle bites, I don't know how to do that, so I haven't gone on out back on my own because we have turtles.
I would love to go fishing. I haven't.
Been able.
The only time we went fishing, I was a kid, and I caught steelhead. That was like probably it was huge.
Wow.
Huge. But I didn't really catch it. I more like hooked it.
Oh, did it release on you while you?
It was already dead.
Oh,
I'm reeling in this thing, and I'm like 12 years old. I'm so proud of myself.
Aww.
I was the only one that caught a fish.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to tell you at first when they realized it.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Lady.
Hello there.
Maureen.
Hello. You still finishing your dinner, Miss Thing?
No, I seem to have gotten it all in. I was surprised that I could get it done in about 25 minutes. So I'm just going to take the time just to share this stream out to my.
Thank you very much. That's so funny, Laura. I'm sure you had a bobber, right? Will It Grow.
Oh, sure.
Will It Grow he doesn't like bobbers. But that's like a thing here in, the freshwater. If you're doing freshwater, everybody seems to have one, Will It Grow. I just went back, though, out in our freshwater, and we've got so many, like, Oscars back there, I guess, is what the type of fish it is. Like, people just set their aquariums, they just let them go here for some reason. And all I did was I cast my hook in, nothing on it, no bobber, nothing. And big old fish bit it. I think it was a peacock bass. And I was like, that's nuts. I didn't even have bread on the hook or anything, but I loved it. And it was our old, it was actually a saltwater rig that I did it with, a very old one, probably bought at Kmart. My dad and I went fishing together and caught nothing in this one spot. I was really surprised that we didn't catch anything.
Right.
I don't know, Aid, but I wouldn't eat anything out of my drainage canal. Maybe further up in the lake where everything kind of Because even the name sounds gross. It's a drainage canal. Like things
Yeah.
kind of
It sounds pretty
drain.
disgusting.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting. It's just everything, like the water table kind of drains in there and they push it out. Like when we get flooding, it's to keep everything open so people don't get flooded. But yeah, that's one of the reasons too. I'm kind of a high end dry spot. Oh, hey, Homestead Aquarius. Ninja frog. I'm not here lurking like a ninja frog at all. Not here. Okay. Shh.
I didn't see him. I never saw him at all.
I don't a Zebco. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. Is that a see? I'm so like I'm not versed in even fishing.
Okay.
I
Oh,
don't
I
know
like
what that
this.
is either.
Shawnee said, Shawnee Shave. It depends on the season where I can find peaceful refuge. Currently, I've been just breathing deeply in my room with the door closed. Other times, I need the woods before the bugs get bad after rain. Yeah, I
Mhm.
would love that, Shawnee. But see, for me, with the whole thing, like it would have to be like fall or like when it's wet. So I'm
Right.
not just a little bit damp, so it dampens down everything, including like all the pollen.
Fall is perfect.
Oh, is that what it was called? The Kmart special fishing rod? I didn't know that. Yeah, blue light
I
special.
probably
Tell me
had the
what.
Kmart. I probably had the Goodwill special uh,
Oh, look
rod
at that
because
beauty. You probably
yes,
got the Goodwill special.
I probably had the Goodwill special because we couldn't even afford when we came here from Canada. The exchange rate was so big. I mean,
Mm,
it was like
yeah,
couldn't afford anything.
yeah.
So,
And I didn't know that. Like I was looking at overseas too. Like,
hmm
um, they always talk about the English countryside, and I'm trying to learn. Like, I want to do a night where we do. It's not words with friends, but words like from other cultures that we like. Like, do you know what this means? Just
right.
throw the word out and see if anybody gets what it means, and it's from maybe another culture. And so I was actually looking up stuff because Aid, sometimes I'll text him about going live and like we'll exchange different like just messages here and there. And yeah, some things he'll say, like, cause I told him, I, I had an iguana in the back and, I didn't get it on video. Instead, I turned my video on after the fact. And he's like, you must have been gutted. And I'm like, okay, that one I've got. Yes, I was gutted. Yes, it tore my insides out. I was gutted. But some others, like, uh, oh, shoot, Aid, I forgot that one because it sounds bad, but it's not bad at all. And they use it. But anyway, so yeah, I want to do one of those lives one night. And I was saying exchange rate, sorry, over to England. If you have
Uh-huh.
like $100,000 here, American dollars, you take that to go buy property over in the English countryside, you now just have 75,000.
Yeah.
It's like takes a quarter right at,
Mm.
that's a huge chunk of change.
Right.
Yeah,
I know.
I think for Canadians, we go over there. It's we have even less when we go over and make the
Yeah.
hmm
exchange. Mhm.
Yeah, that's rough. And I would love to go and see Europe and everything. Well, not right now. Hey, Moon over Miami, welcome
Yeah.
in. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. I'm like, oh, I didn't know the exchange rate was like take a quarter of my money over there. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, you are better off to come to Canada. You have
True.
way more bang for your buck coming up here.
Yeah, but I can't afford your island, and that's where I would want to go because I could grow really, everything, just like
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
yeah, but it wouldn't
Yeah.
get so ding hot though.
No, exactly. And it's
Mhm.
going to probably after all this rain we're getting right now. It was
Mm,
funny because that comedian again, the OMG, it's Wix, did a thing on the rain.
Yeah.
If you guys get a chance, go see that short. It is hilarious. But it's basically him being the rain and he's like outside his window. So he's like, "Oh, I see you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we needed some rain." Like he's just acting like Floridians do. And then you look outside again, and this rain ain't stopping. And then it's like, "Oh, it's going to be all day. Okay, I'm dealing with you all day." Like it's just pouring all day long. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
somebody wrote in the comment section, like, "Well, rip my weekends because back to mowing my lawn every single week."
Yeah.
Crazy.
We really need some rain right here. I tell you.
Wow. Yeah, Brazil. What? Wait a minute. You get 6 from them for $1 American? Wow. But they're not doing that well, right? Will it grow? I don't know. Uh, I had friends that would go to Brazil and certain areas like, well, that's anywhere, but certain areas like cities and things like that, just like New York City, they would like rip gold off the women. They would just
Right.
take it. And
Well,
go
I
ahead.
got 50 kroner from somebody the other day, and it turned out to be $4.
That's like when the pesos or something, the Mexican
Yeah.
dollars come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I forget who does that. I don't know if
It's such a
them.
blessing. I'm just always so stoked. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
"Oh,
amazing.
thank you. It's such a blessing."
Oh, I won't put that up, Will It Grow? But yeah, I've kind of heard it's gone really downhill. It's sad. It's really sad. Hey,
Mama
Mama
G.
J. Hey, Mama J. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I was looking at, just dreaming, like, oh, English countryside, because my mind does that. Like you can tell by the way I talk. It's like wee. It's like a
Yeah.
windy road, and
Spaghetti brain is what
I get spaghetti brain.
I do too.
Yep.
Our rabbit trailer, it's like, rabbit.
Yep. Oh, we had one in our backyard. Speaking of that, Hannah
Ooh.
filmed it. I'm going to do maybe a little short on it, but with some music, because all you hear is Malachi playing with his cars in the background.
I've been finding aspired, well, a couple of rabbits that have passed away in my yard.
That's not good.
No.
Really?
And then one had kits in my garden.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't make it.
Oh no. What
Yeah.
could be causing that? That's scary.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay.
Ooh.
I just turned on my fence wasn't hitting for my chickens, and so I had to go out and
Wiley living.
Hi, Wiley.
And Magnificent Germany with Darian came in. Yay!
Hi,
I hope Magnificent. I hope you get to check out that store I told you about in Peddler's Village. All right, go ahead. And so they were dying, and then you were.
Well, I turned up my fence. Let's just say, so maybe they can't even get in there. So
yeah,
because
maybe
I'm getting the advantage of let's say rabbit poo in all my garden beds. So
yeah,
I need that fence to hit.
Yes, you do. You got to keep those coyotes out of your chickens.
Out of my chickens, yeah.
I just have to go answer an email, so I'm just going to block myself out here.
All right.
It's a potential tenant. So.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Pray.
So
we're praying that it's a good one and a keeper.
Yeah.
Jesus' name, amen.
Yes,
awesome.
Yes.
You planted your corn yesterday. Very good.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's past corn time here, but I would love to do that. I have some corn that's been waiting on being planted. But that's the thing too, with the rats in the background always and everywhere, but especially in my backyard coming in. Corn is like their favorite. Like it's like just ring a dinner bell. A dinner bell. A dinger bell. That's what I have. Like,
you've been listening to Doreen saying ding dang a ding.
Too funny.
So ding dang hot.
Ding dang hot. That's right. It's true.
Oh, I love it when she says that. It's so cute.
It is. I know. She has such cute little euphemism. I can't say the word. I'm not even going to try. But I love her.
Euphemisms?
Yeah, euphemisms.
There you go.
Euphemisms.
Euphemism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry, Sorry about my Nightbot. I
might.
have gone and tried to turn it off, but
No, it's fine. It's just I have to give it a second look. Like how do you get in here? I don't.
who
It's
is Nightbot? Why
Who
is
is
Nightbot there?
Who are you
Oh, it's
really?
got bedhead.
Mm-hmm.
I found this, and that's I found this devotional today that I like found it after the fact. I wish I found it earlier, but I was going through the poo, so
Mm-hmm.
um it, just the title, call for help and cool your jets.
Oh, I love that.
But it just turned over. This one was the other one. It was talking about guard your thought life.
Mm,
And yeah, that's one of the things to find peace is we have to make sure that we're believing truth.
right.
And, that isn't necessarily all we're being fed right now. And through media, through YouTube, through even, you know, just our own mind, like our own mind. I've seen it with people, and I've warned people like, you're going to create a self-fulfilling prophecy. You keep
Mm-hmm.
down that negative road about that or that person, and you're going to create that for yourself
Right.
because you're
Exactly.
going to adjust your behavior because you're thinking that's truth. And yeah, it was stay alert, watch out. Your great enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. And I think that's, when we get devoured is when we go down that path and we don't turn and figure out, like, okay, this is a trigger, but I don't need to necessarily be triggered by it. Yeah. And it talks about staying in the moment. God doesn't want you behind or in front of yourself mentally, too
Mm.
far. You can set goals and stuff, but he doesn't want you making up stuff that's in the
Right.
future because we always forget to put him in it. We're always like, we get all anxious about the future and we forget that he's already there. He's there already.
Hello, a
Mhm.
moment in this world.
Hey, moment in this world. Oh, okay. Oh, wonderful. That's your devotional channel. Okay.
That's nice.
Nice.
That's really nice. I'll have
Yeah.
to hit it up. I just,
Yeah.
So
you're over
one
on
thing.
Divas. Let me open you, Diva. I didn't open you yet.
Oh,
Here.
I
Oh,
didn't think.
yes. Oh,
I didn't
yes.
open, I mean,
No,
open your
no,
YouTube.
no. They're not on mine. That's on yours. There's no paperclip, darling.
Oh,
They're on
I
mine,
thought
I
I,
think.
oh,
Oh,
Laura, you're open too. Okay. Let me open you both.
Lord, did you got all
Yay.
your StreamYards
It works on your guys's. It doesn't work on mine, probably because I have the $5 one.
Oh,
right,
I
right.
have,
So
yeah, I have the
you can
10.
grab into it. So
Yeah.
um yeah, so when I go to sleep, I do things like a moment in this world where like it's scripture versus being read, and there's a little bit
Yeah.
of music and it
I
and
do
it's
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so especially when you're falling asleep because then you're listening to promises. And I agree with you that you can get into a place um where you go, man, I'm just under it,
Mhm.
and I go and I become extraordinarily negative
Yeah.
Mm.
about myself,
Yeah.
and
It's me.
and it's like when you start listening to those promises or positive words, it's like, okay, yeah, remember, this
Well,
too
just,
shall pass, this will not stay.
Mhm.
And and sometimes you just have to sit low in the boat, make
mhm.
yourself sit just low in the boat. And you know I had a, like, my day was when you started out and you're like, okay, so I didn't wake up to poo, but I did wake up to a lot of crazy chaotic crisis within my
Mhm.
family.
Oh,
And it's just like the text messages that were just coming through. At one point I just went, okay, stop,
yeah.
stop. And then I just went and looked for scripture verses to go, here's what we need to remember. This is what we need to remember.
Yeah.
Stop slinging mud. And, and it's just, you're all in the middle of it. And then at the same time, it's like, okay, and I got to bake bread and
Mm.
I couldn't get my fire started. And it was just this kind of running around and around and around. But it's like, again, it's like, okay, I just need to stay low in the boat.
Mhm.
I don't need to do anything, just get low in the boat. So, for me, it's usually, kind of just background, scripture verses or things being read, or for my other peaceful, quiet thing is I play, farm games. If
Yes.
I play hours and hours of farm games. I just, go and, harvest some corn, and, "Oh, I need to make some blankets, and then I gotta fill a
Certainly
boat."
faster.
We
Hmm?
Cindy's not here because she's having phone trouble, but she and I play the Temu games, and so does Trish and
Okay.
Janet, because you could win stuff and they'll send it to you. But you realize, and so does Storms, and you realize though it's like, okay, this is probably going to take me like a year to get to get those things.
Hey, Food Forest.
Hey, Food Forest, welcome in.
Yeah, so those are the 9 mind-numbing things that I do,
Yeah, I
but,
agree, Trish.
or it's, I also
Hey, Howie.
when you look at, how big I am, I love to eat my feelings. That's another place of peace that I
Mm,
go to.
I
yeah.
do
My daughter
too. I
when my
like
daughter was working, she'd come home and I'd go, "So shall we go and eat my feelings?" And she's like, and she's whatever day she's had, she goes, "Yes, we'll go and eat your feelings. We can go get some Chinese food." And, you're like,
My,
"Mm,
oh
yeah. I know, that's what I've been doing for 10 years, and that's why I'm like, "I've got to stop and start
yeah.
eliminating." We talked about, like, eliminating stuff from the diet
mm,
because of the SAD diet, how many of us have basically yeasts and things in us that are
Mhm.
growing that shouldn't be, and, then we end up with leaky gut and everything else, and just by eliminating, it was saying sugar and dairy, those 2 feed it so well that you
Mhm.
can
mm."
knock it back a bit. And then there was other suggestions too. And then we got to the point where it's like, okay, what are we eating? Because it's a discussion. And oh gosh, yes, I know. Yes, me too.
I was
Make me
looking at
very
that. I'm like, yes,
happy,
chocolate ice cream is
Yeah,
my favorite.
happy.
that was
When you're
what I
happy, happy.
that was what I
Forget your
said.
troubles, come on, get happy. Eat the chocolate, the cares away.
Get happy when the judgment day.
Your
I forget the whole
day.
song.
Yeah,
Right.
I haven't I haven't. I used to teach the song to my students, but
Oh,
yeah.
yes, here's our other game player, but it's Minecraft. Coming over to shame you for playing games as an adult. If it were Minecraft, I would say nothing though, but I give you a thumbs up to pay for the privilege
Privilege to come and say.
since Minecraft is not a game. Okay, sure. You
It's
wanna
it's
believe
no
that,
different
Mister.
than mine.
Mhm.
I'm building this farm, and I have to buy
Yeah,
buildings and
yeah,
Isn't
houses, and I
Minecraft about building stuff too?
yeah, yeah,
So it's
and
like,
yeah, she's building, it's the same.
Mhm. Mm.
mhm.
Oh,
Your
my diet's
diet's
so
about
big with all this food talk.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, mine's an elimination diet, so I hear you. A
yeah.
moment in the word.
I and
Hey,
I
God's desire for me.
Hey,
I wanna commend you for being able to, do elimination, because that is amazing. Because it is
yeah.
Thank
hard
you.
when, especially, it's 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 the fact that your body is actually addicted to some of those things, like, and
Mhm.
whatever's going on in there, it's going, "Hey, I need more of that sugar," or "I need da 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 da." And so, I'm,
I
kudos, and
don't
I'm proud of you. So,
thank you. Yeah, I'm not perfect in it. Like tonight, I realized the gummy that I wanted from my day to also help me just take it down a notch, had sugar coating. So, but it was just that. That's the first sugar I've really had. Um, so yeah, I don't touch it. I'm low carb too, Howie. Yep, I drink water. I've been drinking the warm water because I heard that too. Yep,
yeah, congratulations to you, Howie.
that's
That's
great.
awesome.
That's
That is
Yeah.
wonderful,
awesome.
Howie.
Yeah, I used to say that,
Yeah.
about 3 years ago, I had s or I know, yeah, 2 years ago, I said that,
Mm.
and then I just said, "I wanna eat my feelings," and so we're
Yeah.
slowly but surely getting ourselves back especially when I look at old videos of me or old photos, and it's like, oh my gosh, when you were
Mhm.
40 pounds lighter, it's like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
moved much better. Your knees didn't
Yes.
hate you.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
how I
I,
feel
I,
too.
I definitely feel that.
And also with
Hmm.
being creators, I caught the backside of myself on camera a few too many times where I was like, "Hmm, something's going on back there that wasn't going on back there like 10 years ago. We're like building
I mean,
condominiums
it's
or
hard
something."
because we're all at that age too where things
Yeah,
change and
move.
it's harder than ever to lose weight
Yeah,
Mhm.
and all of that
exactly.
stuff. And it's just like,
Yep.
and then, when you eat your feelings and you,
Yeah.
uh, yeah,
I would
it,
love to eat my fillings and ice cream. I can't bring it into the house, and I
right.
like try to
Hey,
keep it
Duncan.
keep it out. Hey, Duncan 1900 Homestead. Um, definitely try to keep it out.
Yeah, I, I had pizza tonight, but I did not have cheese on it.
Wow. So did you try like the
Wow.
focaccia way with the olive oil
I
and maybe a
didn't. I
little
just
more
didn't put the
seasoning?
cheese on it.
Oh, okay.
My husband's like, "What's wrong here?"
It's naked pizza
I'm like, "Hey,
night.
mine cooked faster."
Yeah. Yeah, carbs do. I am still going to partake in the pseudo grains, which we were talking a little bit about, which is
Mhm.
I want to get some millet and try that. I've never had it before. And because all I can think of it is my birds used to love it and it was so tiny. So how does that make anything like a meal? Like or
Mhm.
even a side? I don't know. Yeah, like gotta have a bird mouth. And then, but buckwheat was good. I liked making that like a cream of. That was
Mhm.
good. And I would put bananas and some applesauce. I just need to now create my own applesauce, which I've heard is quite easy. I've just never done it.
Yes.
Um, and the other one, I think, what was it, Shawnee? We were talking about chia seeds. I don't necessarily need to use the chia seeds. Oh, I know. It's that other, it's not necessarily a grain. Quinoa, it is a grain, but it's not like grains because it's got a little
Yeah.
bit more protein profile and it's got the amino acids. That's the same thing with buckwheat is it has like all the amino acids in it. It's like a protein.
Mhm.
But anyway, yeah. So I need to get those things so I stay off sugar and basically the book that I had gotten, which is a little bit of an older book because I saw it recommending like some of the oils that it was weird because it said you could use butter and olive oil, but stay off dairy. And I'm like, well, that would be ghee then. That wouldn't be butter if it was, yeah, if you're staying off dairy.
Mhm.
What? David the Good came in? Where's David? Oh, there he is. Thank you. Hey, David the Good.
Hey, David.
Aw, appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
But yeah, the eliminating of sugar is difficult because it's in everything. If you're still eating something in a box, it's going to be in there. So that's what I'm trying to eliminate is all that comes in a box. There we go. The quinoa. There we go. Quinoa, millet, buckwheat, and amaranth were the ones that you could have instead of the typical grains.
Mm.
And he was saying, like, if you're going to have rice, and I was like, why are you even going there? This seems so contradictory. Why? And he starts talking about brown rice, but he was saying about brown rice, you need to soak it and then rinse it, but like soak it quite a while to get some of the stuff off that is counterintuitive to
Right.
your gut. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, Casey.
Casting for 44, 55.
Casey's 55. There we go. We got it.
One of
Now
them.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of those.
Do
One
your
of those.
do your kids still have seeds? Because that's where I got some from them. I even shared a little bit with Glenn.
Nice.
Oh, Golden Giant. I'll have to look that one up. Thanks, David.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and
it.
I think David Corey the Crop, he just started growing amaranth. And it
Yeah.
was like, oh, he did a short and I went, I need to go get some amaranth. And then the part of me went, did I buy some amaranth in a fit
We'll have
of
to go check that out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, right? And then it was saying I know, I was like, interesting." Yeah. I told you it was an older book, but it had some really great ideas as far as what we should eliminate. Just have to watch what it was saying, adding back in because it is a little dated. And of course, we can go through different books and see and compare and contrast because we're all a different petri dish. And what's going to work for me is not necessarily going to work for everybody except the sugar thing. I am adamant about the sugar thing. You need to get off of a lot of sugar. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one I am definitely. But
Yeah,
the rest
I
of it,
think everybody can benefit from that
yeah.
because it affects everybody, no matter what.
Yes, it is good for the plants. I said that casings this morning. I said save that water for the plants. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's very,
Mhm.
very good. And I
Yeah, I'm gonna
actually
write that.
did
Go
the
ahead.
Korean natural gardening or Korean natural farming is where you make a tea where you or yeah, it's kind of like a tea. And then you put in your whey into it. And then it makes a really great food for your plants.
Yes.
You let it separate and stuff like that. When I was making cheese and butter, then we had, way up the wazoo.
Gosh,
and
Yeah.
yeah. Pensacola
and
is so
then
far. Sorry. He's having a plant sale. DTG
mm,
is up more towards northern and he'll do stuff in central. Golden type is a crazy. Oh wow. Okay. So wait, you didn't save seeds? Wait a minute. David the Good. What? What? You have to get seeds again. You probably just sold all the little plants. That's what it was.
Oh, good night, Howie.
Good night, Howie. Thanks for coming in.
good night, Howie.
I have to hold on. I have to go over to the other side to open that for later from Rare Seeds. Whee!
Oh yes, it's LAB. That's right. Yeah, I have my kids bought the Korean natural farming book. Like it's a download. So it is somewhere in the depth of one of my many um, external hard drives. So it's on there somewhere, and I just have never printed it out.
Right.
Because when I first, and
Wow.
that was back in 2020, and it was like, yes, I'm going to do Korean natural farming, and I only got the
Yeah.
LAB.
Yeah, I have a book on it, but it's the same thing. Laura knows me with books now. You do too, Diva. I kind of glance through them like a magazine and okay. Yeah. Except for David the Good books, you got to read those,
Cover to cover, cover to cover.
cover to cover,
I have.
cover to cover. Laura's been
Actually,
better.
I gave away my compost everything book, and now I'm like, doggone it, I want to refer to it now, so I might have to buy another one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's pretty
Wow.
easy to compost everything, including your enemies. So
Yeah. True, right?
Wow,
I'm
1 pound
sorry.
of seeds from one plant.
That's awesome. Yeah, my birds used to love it. So definitely you could, support a lot of birds on that. It would be
yeah,
hard. Yeah, I'd probably have to put, the bird netting over top of it, Shawnee, or some kind of lighter drape of tulle or something. I'm sorry. I get that too, but it's a kink in the neck or it's the fibro. That's exactly where you kind of hurt. You feel like you have a kink in the neck all the time.
Hi, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. I
Yes.
don't know.
GTG, I heard you got a book out, a new book.
I did not compost the book.
They compost. Well, at least they did what you said. Yay! That's awesome. Thank you, Shawnee, for reminding us all. There we go. Get to your. So it's available pretty much on all the places, DGG, or is there any specific place you want to promote where you will get a little bit more
Yeah.
from, since this, is going to support your family? Oh, good. I think, oh no, that's not a pen. Why are there never pens around when you want one and need one? It's like the person who calls you and you're like, hold on. And every pen you grab is dry.
I know where all my pens go. They go to Bubba Land.
Bubba,
The dog.
the dogs eat them. Oh my
Oh,
God. Yeah, we have to be careful with Malachi because he would do that too.
Yeah.
And we don't have a dog or a Malachi, but when I was homeschooling mom of 5 kids, you go, I couldn't find like a crayon, pen, pencil. It was like, where is
Same
everything
place.
going? Why is it all gone? So it
There,
finds
Right down to
there's
Amazon.
the link. Awesome. So Amazon. Okay. Yeah,
Thank
and if
you.
you want to, I think you guys have a link over on your channel, DTG. So hopefully you would get a little bit more credit by doing it that way or this way, whichever. Just buy the book, everyone. Just buy the book. That's my. I will be
Promo
adding that to my
list.
collection.
Yeah, I like Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Whoever names that amaranth was dramatic.
Mhm.
I missed that one. That's so funny. I
Yeah,
think I get wild.
that's very cute.
Oh, wow. Wild? That's wild. What the viewers say.
Hallelujah.
Oh, but
Hallelujah.
Jamaicans love their callaloo. Hmm. I don't know. My Renaissance grandma gotta. Jamaicans would know they would know that plant. So if it's a Jamaican, like who is familiar with that plant, they would know. Maybe
He
I
just
don't
said
know
it's
if
a
Dan.
Jamaican name for amaranth. It's just the
Oh,
Jamaican
there you
name.
go. Oh, well, see, that's when it's awesome to have David the Good in
Yeah,
chat. Not like that
yeah.
it's not
Mhm.
completely
Mike,
awesome no matter
yeah,
what. But
Mike said it's the same.
yeah, there we go. I didn't know that. Okay.
Isn't that
Oh,
awesome?
really? That's interesting. But if you're in Grenada or Trinidad, callaloo is cooked taro leaves.
Mm.
Interesting. Yeah, my taro started to sprout, but I didn't get it out in the garden fast enough, so I got to go get some more taro. But it was like right at the Asian market, so I'm going to get some, sprout some, someday, because that's me. Someday,
Yep.
I keep. Well, I just keep looking at the yard and trying to figure out, like, okay, what plant is going where, and do I want to plant that fruit tree, or am I selling that fruit tree and getting a dwarf mango, even though it flowered for me? I think I'll wait and see if it makes a mango and see if the mango's any good now.
Yeah.
Like, there's just always something that kind of puts a hold on putting everything all together.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I do want to get some of the taro. I want to have a, quite a few roots in the ground in case things go bad, because that's just quick calories, quick calories for sure.
Hmm.
Oh, good
So,
night. Moment in the world. Word.
did he say goodnight? Oh, gosh, I'm delayed or something over here, or I missed stuff. I'm sorry if I did, guys. Oh, it was way up. I'm sorry, a moment in the world. Have a good night if you're still listening. Yeah,
just
I missed
looked at
those
my
two
channel.
because that was the one that Maureen caught. My eyes skimmed right over. And I almost missed DTG's joke too, except you said it. Thank you. Something going on with my eyes tonight. Sell my twig. No, I don't want to sell the twig. It's my 45-year plan tree. Plus, it's like nitrogen fixing plant. It's just that my husband might mow over it if I put it outside to fix anything right now. That's the only problem.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I can double pot a tree. I'm not sure. Oh, Dan does? That's funny. Food forest, Dan. Well, there you go. He just didn't realize maybe that fact that DTG laid down that it's the same plant. I haven't seen that movie yet, but I'm kind of interested in seeing it about what is it? The title of it I can't think of, but it's about Bob Marley. I just want to
Oh yeah.
see. Yeah, I just want to see it.
Mm.
But it's so hard to trust movies these days with the stuff that they just slide in there.
I know. You'll be watching a movie and enjoying it, and then you're like, really? You had
Yeah,
to go there?
I know. Yeah, Mike, I just thought of that. Like, I want roots in the ground, but I better have a way to heat some water, and I better have water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oxalates too for people who are really sensitive to that. Yep. But the taro that I made, like mashed potatoes, was delicious and tasted to me very close to mashed potatoes. So it definitely could be a white potato alternative
Right.
during that time. Like I'm not eating any of that right now. I'll plant it and basically it's kind of a storehouse for later, just underground.
Mm-hmm.
I know
So
that's me. That I do that too sometimes. It's really hard. I get twitchy in my seat, especially during suspense.
I do
I
too.
do. I like
Woo!
if it's at home, I'll get up and like do
Yeah.
something. If it's really like tight, like suspense.
So,
Yeah.
when you were first starting out your stream, Carol, you were mentioning, um, was there some fighting going on in the news, like that you can kind of basically sort of tell me? Because it's like I'm going, what?
No,
Or
there
is it
was
just a
it was just
continuation?
YouTube drama and
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah.
okay.
So, like, it's like you're getting hit from every side, and I was also watching friends, like, they were having a hard time who, like, I was talking to today. It was just a really weird day today. And I
Mhm.
forget, Gardening Warrior, didn't you say something? What's going down? Are we having some kind of change with the moon or some big is that something going on? Somebody was saying something like that in one of the messenger groups.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, so,
And
yeah, it could be something, atmospheric.
mhm. Yeah.
We are heading into, Easter, right?
Mhm. There you
You know,
go.
so there
Yeah.
could be something
Yep.
with that that's going on.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Yeah, because it really felt like I just felt like I was in a spin.
Mm.
Not that I was dizzy, but it was just like, it's like, "Okay, why can't I get the fire started with the bread? Is the bread cooked? It's not cooked. Cook it some more. Don't cook it some more. You're gonna burn it." It was just this crazy thing, and then
Yeah.
all the text from my family that the shots that are being fired between the 2. I shouldn't actually say that.
Mm. Yeah.
That's the wrong term. The negative words that were being said back and
Yeah.
forth, and, yeah, it
Yeah.
just
Yep.
seemed like
That's
a
hard.
weird day, and, so when I was like, "Oh, the a peaceful refuge, where do you find yours?" It was like, "Okay, well, yeah, that would have been good for me to try to find my peaceful refuge at about 2 o'clock today."
Mm. Oh, I didn't
Oh.
hear that at a concert. Ugh,
Mm.
interesting. Yeah, I'm wondering how the news is gonna pan out. And last night too, I was on Late Night Live and it just uh it's amazing how God will steer us away from things and we don't even really know why. We were
Yeah.
gonna when we were gonna move up to Georgia, um, I actually had spoken to a man that we were gonna rent from, shook his hand, told him, to go home, talk to my husband, but it looks like it's a done deal. And we were gonna go rent a townhome until, then Theron would be up in just a couple weeks, like
Yeah.
basically. And my mom went and had reflexology while we were at the mall, and it let loose like a tornado event, but she went into the bathroom and just let it out. And I wake up in the middle of the night and she's sobbing and
Mm.
asking me not to go. And so like I put it into even more prayer and and that was when I think I had that time with the Lord where I was like, you know what, I've been kind of leading and I haven't given you the lead and I'm really sorry and I'm going to surrender that to you right now. And that shifted kind of everything and that's when I
Mhm.
got the verse like he gave them everything they wanted but he sent leanness into their souls when I asked him
Mhm.
about Georgia. Anyway, last night he kept us from that move and last night I'm listening to this live stream and they were talking about Lake Lanier and its history. Let me just read this and I'll get back to it. Purim is the week. Oh, okay. Have the same issues this week. I think maybe someone found a Jumanji game. They haven't finished it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be it. Instead Aquarius, and all the animals are loose in Florida except they're all reptiles.
Yeah.
There's a fire on the roof wall. Oh, 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 horrible. I can't believe they had that break out there. They always like you always think that they're such a controlled place. That wow, that's horrible. God, we just lift those people up. How fearful they must
Yes.
be and in pain that you would just heal the people of Moscow and that those people would be brought to justice that harmed them in this way. Oh, that's terrible. Pray for the families too. If anybody lost family members, and just
Yeah.
strengthen them and give them what they need, God, in Jesus' name.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That's terrible. So terrible. Wow. So anyway, I'm on this live stream last night and Lake Lanier is over a town that used to belong to black population of
Mm-hmm.
Georgia and Fulton County that after an incident happened um, between a white girl and a black boy, supposedly, like, because they would scare the living crap out of uh, young black boys back then if a
Mm-hmm.
white girl got hurt because it was just the climate at those times in certain areas, not every area. Anyway, it caused a chain of events to where the night riders pushed that whole town out and many drowned because they sought refuge to then they couldn't go over the bridge and it was water where they went and many of them drowned like
Oh
uh,
wow.
and the only way I knew that was I went and watched a little bit about it afterwards and
Mm-hmm.
he was a descendant of a man that survived and the man couldn't even talk about it without crying every time like it was just that horrible and anyway years later they decide to put it under Lake Lanier, a huge man-made lake, including their graveyards. They've
What?
got yeah, and they left some of the buildings intact. Like tell me that is not cursed.
Yeah.
It's cursed.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I feel so horrible that we have been so segregated in our history that I didn't know that story till just last night. I didn't
Yes.
know that story till just last night.
That is
And
absolutely.
it's horrific. And it's not the only town. And these are towns that, you know, Black America was being successful. They were
Mhm.
forming a safe place for themselves after the years of slavery. And yeah, there was one that, and it might have been in Florida. I'm not sure, Casing, because this is all new to me and I'm just finding out some of these stories. And uh, this was like a place where there was doctors and lawyers of color and they went and they started burning buildings and burnt them out of the area. So like that I went into like during the night just thinking that it hurt my heart so bad. And then like today was just crazy and I'm just so much anger and I'm just like, Lord, where is that peace? But I remember too, David was like, why do my enemies prosper? Like it's nothing new
Yeah.
under the sun. It's nothing new. This
Yeah.
constant
Exactly.
pull and tug and horror about, man, like how horrible man can be. But then we look at other stories where, we see people raising funds for vets who maybe need a vehicle and
Mhm.
it's given to him. Like somebody steps in and he gets a vehicle that he desperately needed and
Right.
or reaching out to families or even these like food banks that are popping up now. That's something I wanted to start in our small little church and
Right.
I just didn't get the support for it, you know. Yes, Rosewood was the town where they burnt them out, Netta, and that was here in Florida, and it makes me sick. And I will never live near that area in Florida. Nope, no, nope. Because God
You
said,
don't need that oppression that's hanging
no,
over.
that oppressive spirit,
Yeah.
those demonic spirits above that area. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be there. And like even God said, like when there was a killing, it was the blood that cried out to him from the ground.
Mhm.
So, God's hearing that up from heaven, and how much it must break his heart too.
Right.
Yes, music and driving. My daughter loves music. That's her thing too. She'll put on
Oh, I love
music.
that too. When I
Mhm.
take a long trip, it's like just crank it up and sing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like I went to bed with such a heavy heart that
Mhm.
this is stuff that happened, but also I didn't learn it. They kept it from my education. And
Mhm.
then now you get a month, but it's really also curated kind of stuff of what,
Mhm.
because it's public school, it's what they want to tell. But
Right.
even Florida, like I've got to look into it more. I don't know if it's a group of people in Florida that it made it sound like, that like slaves were happy to be slaves. And it's like, I'm sorry, my Irish ancestors were not happy to be slaves. Oh,
Mhm.
also, not just, people of color this happened to. Homestead Aquarius shared about Lake Tahoe. That
Mhm.
the Chinese people who came here were working on a job, I guess, in Lake Tahoe. You have to go and look it up, but just look up what's buried under Lake Tahoe. And then
Mm.
what's even creepier is it's at a perfect temperature where it preserves people.
Oh.
Yeah. And they believe there's underground caverns that go all the way up to another lake. And what will happen is somebody might disappear in Lake Tahoe and they're found up at the other lake.
Weird.
Yeah. Not, and my brother has like a property out there. I'll tell you what, if I inherited it, it's getting sold. There are these Chinese people who came here, Chinese Americans. Um, same thing.
Mhm.
Slaves, like slave labor, were treated as once
Indentured
they
servants, most of them, right?
indentured
Like,
servants, some, yeah.
yeah.
Um, but once they finished the job, rather than pay them a measly wage for what they did, they killed them all and
Mhm.
sunk them to the bottom of Lake Tahoe. And there was rumors that not all of them were dead when they sunk them.
Mm.
So, like the atrocities that men can do, and then in comparison to like the drama on YouTube, drama is like it's going to be drama. If people got to draw attention to themselves that way in their channel and bring that kind of power, more, good for them. You are going to reap what you're sowing on
Mhm.
yourself, more or
Yeah.
less. But it doesn't compare to that. It doesn't compare to like what I woke up to this morning and what I'm facing moving forward with my son and his
Right.
disabilities.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
kept
I
me.
mean, the important things in life, and then, there's the noise, and it's noise, and I think that's the way you kind of have to think. That's the way I
Yeah,
kind
it's
of think
noise.
about
That's
it.
a good way. Yeah,
It's noise.
it's
And it's getting worse, and people
mhm,
are the selfishness and the
mhm.
selfish gain,
Yes.
and you know
The hard-heartedness is
yeah.
definitely starting. We see it getting worse. Yeah, definitely. Will it grow being a stinker? I find lots of peace whenever Robert doesn't call me for a week. You know you love it, Will it grow? You guys, you two probably have a spill the tea chat. We know, we know.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. And sometimes it's really hard. Like you got to look away or just it happens on my phone too when I go on YouTube. Some of the suggestions, I'm like, nope, I don't want that. Put that away. I have to go
Mhm.
to the little three dots or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and the kids call it doom scrolling too. If you are get your mind into those, it's like the doom
Mhm.
and gloom. You don't want to doom scroll. It's not good for
No.
your
No.
mindset. But I like that noise. Yeah. The noise that keeps us from our peace or tries to interrupt it.
Mhm.
Yep. I like that a lot. What is that? First days, humans of all corners of the earth have failed and triumphed. We have been good and evil. Yep. All races and creeds, all religions. Yep. All humans. but we all have free will. That's right. We all need to make the better decisions for ourselves with what we can do within our
Right.
self in our own home. Yep. As the Scottish were also slaves for other various purposes. Yep. Mm, yeah. Well, yep. Every like Homestead Aquarius was saying, it's all humans, and humans are the worst animals on earth, as Willie Gross said. Yes, they can be. That's one thing that's contradictory, where people talk about, how the heart, but he's basically good at heart. No, not one person is good at heart, God says. The heart is
Yeah.
desperately wicked, and who can know it? Only God is good.
I see. Well, I don't think we're animals. I think that we need to rise above. I think we have
True.
for what we do.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's even more wicked than what an animal would do. When an animal acts out, it's just losing its mind, right? It's just,
Yeah.
we make conscious decisions about what we're doing.
Wait, let me see. Hold up. Ooh. Yeah, we all reap what we sow. Amen. Yes, we do, Duncan. We all do. That's why I have to make a conscious effort not to sow nastiness anymore. I believe that's where it's heading to with illegal immigration. All the big conglomerates are getting rid of American workers and hiring. That's going to be just really bad. It's like they're stirring up society in order to do population control.
Yeah.
It's like they want us to kill each other, is what I'm seeing. I'm sure you can see it too in the news, how they stir everybody up in different groups
The
against
whole
each other.
Tyson chicken thing.
Yeah. I didn't even get involved in that one.
Yeah.
Was it like what? They're printing it now or something? I heard, or something like that. Printing the meat, or
Oh, no.
oh, I missed it then.
They are firing Americans and hiring immigrants
Already. Wow. Yeah, because they'll be paid a lower wage, and man, huh? They raised that minimum wage, and then the companies found a way around it, I bet. And that might be it.
And they're owned by the C word,
Mm.
that country. And
Oh, the one that ends in Uba?
mm-hmm.
Really? I'm surprised they can own much at all. I didn't think they were doing
Not
that
Uba.
fantastic. You can say it. Just say it. Oh, the Ina one?
China.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, too much of our food is owned by them.
Yeah,
they're getting a hold of too much.
That's one of the reasons. It's like I'm probably going to order more chickens. Let's just say that, to grow out.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's one of the reasons why we're getting pigs, and going to do our own sausage, because they own quite a few companies that's under that same umbrella.
Yeah.
Under Tyson Chicken. So
wow, listen to this. Yes, even I have to turn off these scanners some days. Like the other night, Norfolk Southern had an alarm sent out to dispatch of a broken axle, or the crazy EMS runs to overdoses. I couldn't figure out what OD. 4 in 1. Oh gosh, yeah, you don't need to hear that.
No.
Woman, and that's true too. Like, we need to pray for
Nancy B.
all the people on the scene that get there first, because they're seeing humanity at its worst so much, and seeing accidents that are like seeing war. Like some of the stuff that I would hear from firefighters was like horrific. It was just, never want to lay my eyes on that. Yeah, you're in sick. Shawnee Shave, you're exactly right. Many are so full of themselves they give no thought to their fellow humans, only their own wants. Yep. Agreed. Agree that too.
Yep.
Yes. Wait, what did I miss, GT, that you're saying, huh? First, do no harm, and thinking of the next generations are two good things. Yeah. to practice. It's true. The civil revival. I don't know that term. I'll have to look that up. I've never heard that term.
I haven't either.
You gotta. Shawnee's very well read. Hey, Nancy B, the Scratcher. Oh, hey, you're from Miss T. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Yep, there you go. Keep prepping, grow food, and learn skills because that's what's going to get us through those skills. Tyson's.
That's right. Grow a lot.
Oh, that's what was going. They've been bringing them in already. Tyson.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, they're literally firing American workers and hiring illegals and changing legislation, or they're working to change legislation to make it, happen.
Yeah, that's awful. That's not good.
And they own like probably 8 different companies or more.
Yeah. Well, isn't it Smithfield too? Is owned by them.
Sarah Lee, Smithfield,
Sarah Lee. Wow.
Jimmy Dean.
Wow.
And on and on. I mean, look it up, guys.
Oh yeah, GT hadn't heard that. He's like me, huh? What? They're taking the jobs. Yep. That's pretty much it. Wow. Okay.
And they're like, well, Americans don't really want those jobs anyways. Like,
I know they always say that. Such a lie. There's people who are American who would do it. Just hire those blank spots, but don't fire people. That's horrible.
Right.
Wow, 1,700 hour job and signing a contract to make bug protein food. Yuck.
Gross.
Yeah, I can't raise a pig here either. But yep, me too. I need to figure something out too. I'm with you, GT. GT, we're related somehow. I just don't know how.
Yeah, he's
it's so guy. Funny. He is a good guy, but it's so funny because he and I will be like, you know what I've been thinking about, and we'll name the same plant. And we haven't been talking to each other at all. Like, like we get on the same kind of kicks, but he's so much more like, the seeds and the plants. He's above and in front of me. Civil revival may be the wrong. I'm using that one. Causing a divide amongst the people. So we go, yes.
I wonder if it's going to happen in the other plants, other than just the Tyson chick. I mean, and that food is grown horribly anyways. I mean, you go by here in the South, there's a lot of, not only do we in the South here, most of our corn, our field corn is grown for Tyson.
Yeah.
We almost bought a property that had corn on it that was because they were leasing it, but I didn't want it because it had been sprayed all over the place.
Yeah, been sprayed all over the place. Plus they might not like that you won't grow corn for them.
Right.
You have to deal with that. Who knows what that involves.
Yeah.
There we go. Wow. Okay, meat plants are a harsh environment and predatory, abusive hiring practices still survive. Basically, they're lovely. Lovely. I'm just doing my peppermint stick thing. Having a heart, like my allergies are starting to act up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not bad. Thankfully, it's raining outside and knocking them down.
Yeah, I wish it would rain here. I'm going to have to water tomorrow if it doesn't.
Yeah, I know. That's the part I like about rain. Now my soil will be soggy from this almost full day. It was actually a half day of solid Florida rain. The beginning was like, that's not too bad.
It gets so muddy here, but when it rains the way it does, I mean, 2 days later, everything's just so happy.
I know. Yeah, I know. I love that. Seeing my plants after a good rain, they're just like, ooh, that was lovely. I loved my shower. It's fantastic. Even today, seeing the little bunny out there in the interim of the storms was
Yeah.
sweet. Like it was sweet. Until it eats my stuff, then I won't think it's so sweet. You couldn't pay me to eat Tyson. Yeah, I haven't touched their chicken in so long. Chicken farms, see the trucks loaded. Oh,
Well, and
yeah,
they blow it up with all kinds of salt water in the
yeah.
chicken. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can have some of mine too. Let me get to the big, right? And point
Yeah.
itself. There you go. My husband used to work in a chicken farm for egg layers. The employees all were on drugs and in the barns. The workers they
Wow.
hired to clean the pits and do the kills were always illegals. Oh, maybe that's the job that Americans don't want is
Right.
the killing and the cleaning. Yeah, that's like Mike Rowe who goes to those like dirty jobs. Like
Mhm.
that sounds like something he would go in and do.
Right. I don't know if he'd ever go into a place like that. Just it's too controversial.
Yeah,
They won't let him in, probably.
yeah.
I mean, the way that they butcher too is just the
Mhm.
practices are just
Yeah. Casings, I don't follow what you mean all the it's a domino effect if Tyson is boycotted, all the suppliers will suffer. They're their own supplier. They raise their own chickens and everything. I'm not really sure.
Mhm.
And then now the bug stuff, that those people are doing that, they can have some of that effect and suffer a little bit. I don't want to eat bugs. And I
Right.
don't
I
I
don't either.
don't want it also put in for people who are dietary reasons or not to eat bugs, like people who are kosher.
Mhm.
Let me see what Trish said. We have a lot of issues around here where the immigrants are racist to everyone and get by with it. If you speak out against it, you get canned. Oh, you get fired. Wow.
Mm.
So they kind of gang up on people in the workplace. Yeah. Oh, the farms that grow the feed. Yeah, but those farms too are usually spraying the heck out of their crops. Like
Yeah.
I'm all for supporting farmers, but support local farmers and regenerative farmers. Um, that's a hard one because
It's hard because I live in a
I
small community
yeah,
where a
I
lot of
feel
this
for the
is done.
farmer. Yeah, I feel for them,
Yeah.
but oh my, that's
But there
gross.
is other things they can grow too.
Oh, that's horrible. Yuck. It says those chickens are already dead before they go to the butcher, or they are half dead, laying there with mucus coming out of their beaks. Ooh, yeah,
Mhm.
that does it for me. We gotta grow our food. That's right. Find a
Yeah,
farmer.
and then they shock them if they're not dead before they slaughter them so that they don't feel it. But that just brings. Have you ever had a chicken where the blood is still kind of in underneath the wings and stuff like that? That's why, is because
Oh,
it
because they
holds
shot.
on to the blood, and so you can't get a kosher kill that way.
Yeah, that's interesting because Yossi was having a really hard time finding kosher meat, and he just went to fish, pretty
Hmm.
much fish and vegetables and bread for his diet because of that.
I'm sorry.
So find a farmer who they use to butcher and get meat in bulk. Yeah, cook at home, eat whole foods.
Yeah.
Meat in bulk is very expensive. I went looking for cat like beef, and I was
Hmm.
shocked at how much it would cost up front. But then again, it was a whole half of a cow,
Right. There
and I
is a
know.
lot of farmers that will grow meat. Like I can buy pig. You know, here in Oregon, or here in
Right.
Tennessee.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you guys can have more access to it, right? GT, if you were like tempted by Tyson or boxed chicken,
Hmm.
make your own at home. I was employed by Tyson for all of 10 minutes. At which time I walked into the plant, turned around, and I walked back out.
Oh
It
wow, yeah.
was that oppressive, huh? Just walking in the door. Wow.
I'd love to hear that story.
Wow. Yeah. Folks that stick it out on the lines for years have rheumatoid arthritis is a bonus. Many times it's a rough life. Exactly. Exactly.
Hello there.
Hey, AMI Film Channel. I think that's in
Good
yours.
to meet you.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice of you to come in. That's what I want. Yeah, I would love to do that, the half a cow. But even Butcher Box seem to be pretty good, and they are taken from the smaller farms
Yeah.
a lot of times, but we have to look into that again. I've got to go through the numbers again now that some of them are changing. Like,
It is more expensive,
yeah.
unfortunately.
Well, too,
But
and we're getting fooled with like it says grass-fed beef, but Danny from Deep South brought up something important. He's like that same grass is what is also killing your gardens that they're spraying with Grazon. So they're becoming like the machine that it's going into that cow because it.
yeah, you have to buy it grass-fed organic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Which who's up against Paul Logan? What did I miss? I'm an immigrant, but my parents had no choice but to do it the right way to get 12 children to this once great country. Yeah, a lot of immigrants who did it the right way are very angry with what's going on.
Yeah.
That it wasn't like there's no sponsors involved, there's no,
Right.
and sometimes there's no even good feelings towards America at all. Like they don't like us, they don't like it here, but they're coming here for a better life. It's like, oh,
Well,
seems
and
like
there's good people that are coming over,
yeah, there are
but
some.
there's
Yeah,
a lot of people that are sneaking through. And I'm an immigrant too,
yeah,
and we paid a lot of money to come to this country and be sponsored, and we couldn't go on assistance,
yeah.
for I think it was like 7 years or anything like that. We had to promise not to do this or do that, or you
I
know,
wonder if that will hold up now, if it, if that'll hold up with the immigrants if they have to wait a
they
certain amount
don't
of
have
time.
to wait. They
Yeah, that's
don't.
what I heard
A
they
lot
weren't
of them
waiting.
come into the country and they get immediate assistance,
Uh,
or they
I,
don't
I
even
I
have to
hope
be
they limit
citizens
it
to get
though,
assistance.
like they don't use it like I hope they limit it so these people know, okay, you have a certain amount of time to get a job, and then
Right.
this is going to be pulled back, and you need to support yourself because that's what we do here. Like we try to put into society, not just
Hmm.
take out. And I think that's where people who have worked their whole life are having a hard time. Like, where's that money coming from?
Right. It's
Uh, is that money that, me and my buddies worked for years, doing whatever job it was. My husband went on a tour of the Tyson plant here. They put a button on him and told him if this alarm goes off, you have 8 seconds to get out of the building.
wow.
What? What do they have? Is it just volatile from all the chicken poop? The gases coming off of that?
That's weird.
That is raising your own animals and doing the work for yourself and others will rarely cause any issue except good things. It's honorable. Yeah. Let's hope
Yeah.
it stays legal. Yep. Yep. Definitely. See, and that's the other thing too, is like that's all you really wanted to teach in Shed Wars and just get people, encourage them to become more self-sufficient. And YouTube drama never ends. It's just sad. Homestead Aquarius and John. I don't know. People need to get a life
Hmm.
and not be so self-centered. Um oh, like Oregon. As in move there for doing those things? Did Oregon outlaw it? Wait, what's going on in Oregon? Gosh, I am so out
I
of the
don't know
loop
what's going
tonight.
on in Oregon.
All right, somebody needs to explain Oregon. Does
Trish,
somebody?
tell us.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link if somebody wants to come up and explain to me what's going on with Oregon. I'm just out of it this week. I'm sorry. I had a lot going on.
Oh, I can't keep up with the news anymore. I mean, I did catch that one, but I'll be right back.
Here's the link. No, that is not me. If you're talking, are you talking about me? Are you talking about me? I don't get to watch any of those. I really don't. Days of Our Lives is like when I was much, much younger. But yeah, those. Yep. I remember those. That's so funny. But I didn't. Sunset Boulevard, I think, is recent, right? I haven't watched that. But Soap used to be that comedy show from like when I was way young, like a kid. They just flat out banned it. See, I knew like what GT is doing is going to come in handy. GT Junior, that growing inside, and I know too. My Renaissance grandma is big on that. The hydroponics on the inside. Look at what they did. They just banned all farms and home gardens in Oregon. How could they ban? Like
How
it's
can
our
they do that?
food. Somebody needs to get with Oregon and kick out all those people making those bad choices.
That is just, I'm amazed I didn't hear about that. That's just evil.
Yes, that's what I think most of us Americans know, and that's why they're stirring it up. Like we were talking about, they're getting us angry at this group of people and angrier, and it's like then they're going to take the jobs of the American men and women.
Mm-hmm.
They're setting us up for another civil war is kind of what Shawnee
Yeah.
was saying. But it's like we have to not play into it, and we have to prepare for that scenario now. That's a really hard scenario to prepare for. Wow. One thing at a time. One can at a time if you have to do it that way. That's good too. Yep, that was the whole purpose of Shed Wars, just like what Homestead Aquarius said. Wait, it jumped on me. I was just going to yours.
I can't believe they did that in Oregon.
The
It's,
outlet
you know,
party.
if we were looking at a homestead in Oregon so that we could keep
Oh, thank God you didn't.
our foster son. Yeah.
It was passed in 21? What?
Wow.
So they were sitting on that all this time. Look at what they were doing and hiding while they had us all locked up in our homes and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
writing bills like that and then getting it through right before people
A little
started
piece of heaven.
figuring out all groundwater, even wells. All groundwater, even wells, are now public domain. Cannot use it for any of it. Oh my. Wow.
Is that in Oregon too?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I am like, wow, I'm gonna have to go and read up on that.
Me too.
I really hope it's not like a news story like they do with 45, because he'll say something, they'll cut it, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not really the whole picture. I really hope that is actually the scenario now, that this is not true.
Right.
This is, oh, it's terrible. With Shed Wars, we wanted to add our efforts to those already preaching to the masses and to help more people believe in themselves and their ability to help themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, he's an amazing person. Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't keep voting. Yeah. For him. I don't even know if we all really did. Hey, little piece of heaven farms, good for you to come in. My little vanilla is barely hanging on here. Oh, I'm glad you're still here, Aiden. Don't run this country. Yes, the big corporations, and there's other very, very wealthy families that hold shares in those corporations.
Yeah.
The powerful, wealthy families.
Mm-hmm.
How is that a thing? I know, right? That's how I feel.
Yeah.
What? Like how?
That's
How?
not freedom.
That's not freedom. This is America. Like, no, take that, down to Cuba. Take it down to Cuba. That's not supposed to be here. Article about this Oregon.
My husband calls Oregon the Communist Republic of Oregon.
Yeah. I know, it seems like that whole section. It's just crazy. Okay, here we go. We got some insider information. Okay, it's for market gardens and big farming. It's to help conserve water, is what we understand. Yeah, that's what they're telling you. They're taking food.
Mm-hmm.
Control the food, control the people. That's just not.
Oregon has so much water. There's no.
Yeah, there's no. Mm-mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
Be corn fed. I mean, they sell water to California.
yeah.
I'm in a used to be an Oregonian.
Doing that. Oh, I see why RTN doing that anytime soon. These states are based. Yeah, they're agricultural based, but like we said, like the
There you
corporations and the
go.
powerful. Hey, Cornfed Life. Did I just see you? Yay!
Hey, corn fed.
I thought I ran this country. If you did, you better get to it because you're not doing such a good job. You gotta have some meetings.
Yep, that's right.
You gotta have some meetings with these states and get some
There you go, little piece of heaven.
cracking the whip.
I used to have a nice big
Yeah.
garden
gonna-
in Oregon.
Yes, you did. I'm going to try and read up on it. I don't want to get like anybody else's. I'm gonna have to check different articles,
Right,
but I
do as what's her name? Do your own homework. Do your own research.
I'm gonna do my homework and do my research. Right? Freedom isn't free. Yeah, it's $1.99. Yeah, because it's not the Dollar Tree anymore. It's the $1.25 tree, and now it's also like $5 items because they're competing with Five Below,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't even Five Below anymore. It's five and above.
Yeah.
Don't say that too loud. Yeah, right? We have AI watching us all the time. Don't say that too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad to. Stuck to growing. And that's what I mean, what if that comes for all of us? Like, what are we going to do? Like, what? That's where it's like, okay, where's my peace place? I need to like not fret because it's not here yet in my yard, but what can I do? Like a positive step to preparing for that, but not worrying about that to where it's just in there spinning.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate it when something gets in there like that and it's just like, okay, enough already. Yeah, we've talked about this and God, I gave this to you. I don't know if I took it back. I must have because it's still there. Can you just help me out?
So what about all the people that are growing beautiful just flower gardens
Yeah. I'm surprised on the side chat I didn't hear that. Like, oh, I love growing flowers or I love like something outdoors since we have so many gardeners. Farms and Market received a letter from the regional office of the Oregon Water Resources Department. It was a notification that the farm couldn't irrigate its commercial crops without a water right. Oh, so they're getting ready to charge them way more probably for the use of their water.
I was going to say, well, Garden Answers is in Oregon, and I know that she has food and she's planted food. And she, I mean, talk about irrigation. She's using tons of water.
Yeah. Because they make it sound like it's for the betterment of the people. GT. They fool them.
Well, just like registering your
the 5-quarter store. Yeah.
Yeah.
Having some.
I think we need
that
to be careful
good.
with that one for some reason.
Yes. So I get to say, oh, good for you. Oh, some tuna. Yeah, I figured it was tuna salad and not whatever that word was. I read it as salad, actually. State officials say a typical application will likely take more than a year. Oh, so what? So they're not going to have to wait a year before they can use any of that water? Their crops are all going to die. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Or their fruit trees or whatever it is that they're growing. That's just nuts. Cream. What did I miss? Salad cream. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's got a thing. When we had the thing about mayo over on J3GS, we were all talking about mayo, mayonnaise. Yeah. Maybe it was here. I don't know. It was, anyway, I think Miracle Whip is similar to salad cream over in England,
Oh, okay.
and he couldn't find it here.
Oh, hold on. I'll be right
So
back.
he's been settling for the Miracle Whip, which is ill. No, I'm kidding. We've all had Miracle Whip probably. If you've ever been to like a picnic, you can irrigate up to half acre for a non-commercial garden. Okay. Can also capture rainwater for commercial uses. That won't require a permit. Oh, good. At least they aren't like doing something about the rainwater, because there was a place in Florida that was having a problem with people collecting rainwater, but I think they were more concerned about the people like having filters and not getting ill. I don't know. Like, I have no idea, but it was a definite government overstep. Yeah, a lot of planning. Wow, while waiting and no income. They're oh, I know what that is. That's a move on their land. Duh. They're moving on their land. What, they're driving them out to where they'll want to sell. That's sick. Sickening. So tired of the greed. CA had been smart. They would have harvested and stored all that water they had. Yeah, right. Oh, sour cream you like too? On a salad? Wow, it's different. I like sour cream on like a taco salad, but then I also put salsa, and I can't have that right now.
There's sour cream and ranch dressing if you
Yeah,
make it homemade.
yeah, you can make homemade ranch dressing. The only thing is most of those packets are loaded with MSG.
Yep, that's why I don't need them.
Yeah, I can't eat them. This farm wants to get water irrigated.
My husband likes them though.
Oh, that's a shame. What, the ranch dressings?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually introduced my stepdaughter to ranch dressing, and she was hooked on it from the way I made it for like years. She would bring it to her, like with her to work and everything, the Hidden Valley. Yeah. If CA had been smart, they would have harvested and stored. Yeah. Oh, I got that one already. I'm like, I clipped the wrong one. No, I think she's possibly dealing with somebody who wanted to come see the place for renting out
Mm-hmm.
the place. She said she was dealing with an email, and maybe it became more like phone call and stuff, which is fine. Like, let Maureen get her hours. I've got Laura here who's awesome. It's fine. I hope she's okay though. Like, I'm really hoping nothing happened to our diva. Capture rainwater here as well, but we can't cap off and run spring water to our homes in Kentucky. That is screwed up. So screwed up. Most springs are replenished by rain. Yeah. Well, maybe you only get the rain that you save. You don't get the spring's rain. I don't know. It's weird. Cali just sends their water. Yeah. I guess that's where they do send it.
Yeah.
Salad cream is great, but I had just olive oil, and I have some organic lemon juice like in the bottle because of canning, because of making jellies. And I had that, salt and pepper, but my salt is really Jane's crazy mixed up salt. It's less sodium than regular salt, and it's got herbs and stuff in it. Kind of reminds me of like if poultry seasoning and salt would get together. It's sort of like that. Like, it's got that herbaceous but light. It goes good. Oh my gosh. On a homegrown tomato, it's so good. And on leftover turkey from Thanksgiving. So good. It originated down here. Somebody, I think it was their business. Yes, they want to install nationwide electric power lines from the south and to the north and east and west. So they, that's lovely. So they need the land for that. Are these power lines going under or above ground? Will it grow? Because that's what throws me. Like, they need to have them underground here, and I still see they just put up new cement poles nearby, and I'm like, we're a hurricane state. Can anybody figure out how to put it underground, please?
Yeah.
Okay, above us all. Lovely.
Yeah.
Sounds like, they're doing all that. Just sounds a little weird.
Yeah. It does.
I have at least 3 springs here. Nice, very.
Yeah, that's good.
But he can't use them. So, like, what do you do with that? You can harvest some of the spring water, though, by, like, jugs, maybe? Are you allowed to do that and filter it for drinking? All right. Illinois and Florida passed legislation protecting citizens' right to garden on their property. Yeah.
That's good.
That's why I keep like every time I look outside of Florida, I don't feel peace, even though the price is good. Hey, little fish in the kitchen. How are
Hello.
you? Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Little fish in the kitchen. Did you ever catch my one live where I found out that those beautiful dishes that we both like, the old Pyrex, has lead? I've only found it from one lady, one source so far, who has like a meter, but it's really high, especially in the bright colors.
Really?
Yeah, because I have the primary color bowls and some other things from old Pyrex. I actually have 2 big yellow bowls from the primary
Mm-hmm.
set because my mom used to have that bowl, and a lady sold a bunch of Pyrex kind of cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that bowl, which was my mom's, that she would use for cookies and all
Yeah.
these things. And I was like, I've got to go get that.
Just feeding you all that kind of lead.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Takes
not
the
nice. And that's like the look of her channel has those pretty Pyrex dishes. And I'm always like, oh, I love seeing you using your Pyrex.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't know anything about that. Poles are so ugly. We can use the spring water. Just can't run into our homes as a source. Okay, water. They can't regulate. Yeah, that's true. They can't regulate it. Oh, it's okay. I appreciate you stopping in. I know I need to come over and visit you too. But yeah, I was like, oh no, a little fish, that's like her thing. She's got that Pyrex. But people who are collectors, of course, and who sell Pyrex are kind of ticked at this woman and have kind of attacked her and everything, who came out,
Mm.
like the whistleblower who came out with that information.
That's not good.
No, it's not, because a lot of the older Pyrex is more stable than the newer Pyrex. It's a different glass. So that's why the collectors, a lot of them would get the older ones, because they were just more reliable to be around and not just suddenly crack on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I've got to look into it more. I know. It's that paint on the outside. Like, what are you going to do? Wear gloves during your YouTube like thing? Like, seriously?
Yeah.
I know what. A little fish in the kitchen, because I know you use your Pyrex like regular, like on the regular. Maybe for us, if you find a cheap lead test, just, could you take one and just let us know what your lead levels are like, so we could prove it
Yeah, there you
through a person
go.
about how much we're really, absorbing. They do have test kits. It's a Q-tip and it changes color basically. And then this lady actually has a machine that checks it. David Corey. David
Hey,
Corey was
David
crop.
Corey.
Welcome in, David Corey. Glad to see you. Love his yard. So nice. He's got that back to Eden going really strong. Yeah, Marie's on the phone, or she might be getting somebody to rent her place that she's been trying to rent. South Florida. But yeah, and this of Hedgehog's Homestead, Laura, she's been on before, I think, when you've been in here.
I think so.
Oh goodness, yes. I know sometimes that happens with me. Little piece of heaven. It just she had to go get on the computer because the cell phone was kind of too small. Yeah,
It is too small. You can barely see what people's reactions are. And
yeah, and also trying to type in the side chat, like with your. It's like I'm usually a finger.
Yeah, I heard you saying that thing about the thumbs, and I'm like, my
Yeah.
thumb's kind of arthritic, so
I can do it with the thumbs a little bit, but it's like they're wiry, and because of my nervous system stuff,
mm-hmm.
they do their own thing sometimes. It's really weird when I'm trying to do that. So yeah, I'm like a finger, one finger. Oh, that's good. Well, I don't want you to be poisoned. I just was wondering if you had lead levels. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is going on because I just had gotten them and then I found out.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did she come in? Did I miss something? So Bless is here? Where? I missed her. I can't see her. There's God's desire for me. Okay. Yes, I see. Test kits with the Q-tip. It turns a certain color. Yeah. Yes, it's usually the decoration part. It's usually the paint colors that they put on them. Exactly. Is what contains the lead. So they'll keep the color.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, they are so pretty. So it's like, okay, how do you, like with the bowl, the whole thing is painted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that big yellow bowl. And then it's even more so supposedly in like those primary colors, any bright color.
Mm.
Yeah. The
Makes
lead
sense.
helps. Yeah. So yeah, that was awful. And her thing is not the Q-tip test. She has the machine that they actually use for lead testing in like government organizations.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super expensive. I forget how she said that she came upon it. It might have been somebody who was following her blog because she is it lead free mama? It's something like that. And she tests stuff for people all the time who will send it in. She'll test it. And she'll post a lot of stuff like what they tested at and everything. And so you don't have to, like, if she already did a Pyrex bowl, you know, you don't have to do it again. I hope Maria's, I know, me too. And I hope we're getting some good news. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
We're not used to having that little rectangle quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Seems weird. But
we're missing the ding dang.
I know. Totally. All right. Thank you, Trish. Appreciate it. I missed you too, but I bet you're a little busy. Much love. Yeah. Oh, I love you, honey. Sweet dreams. I thought you were typing like a word. I'm like, something that's not spelled right. GN. Good night, Trish. I take minutes to 10. Yes. Thank you for that, Shawnee. I was just going to go back to that. Yes. And I feel peace, and this is going to sound silly, but when I have just like completely cleaned up a whole room, like our main room, and I know it's clean for a second, and I sit down in that and just have like a cup of tea or whatever, it's like, it's like that just total release of pressure. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, there's one room that's clean. And now I'm not going to think about the others, but just enjoy this spot right now.
I'm that way when things are cleaned up and the kitchen sink is empty and, you know, there's less clutter around. Like, I don't really like.
Oh, my house is so cluttered right now.
I find myself on the computer and lives wanting to straighten out my area here.
Yeah. You know? That I know that I could do that in here, but I would look ridiculous, and I don't really feel like having my, bum bending. I'd be doing a lot of bending over and picking things up and stuff and going through them like the big boxes and stuff. Yeah, it's Shawnee, that moment when the sink is empty. Exactly. Especially for a family of 5. Yep. I know. Yep. That is a good feeling.
Yeah.
I know. What was it? The fly lady always said that, like to try and have your sink empty for yourself in the morning, even if you get one of those, like a little they used to have them for doing dishes, like a little square thing,
Mhm.
and put your dishes in there that are in the sink that you've wiped off and
Yeah.
stick them under your sink. So when you come in the morning, it's clean and you start your
Mhm.
day with that look rather than it's all cluttered again. And then of
Right.
course you can empty and do all that
I
again.
can't. I want to get rid of our.
Yes.
My mother-in-law loves to do dishes by hand,
Mm,
and so she always has that rack up there, and it just I don't like it. It just drives me
mm,
nuts. It's just another thing on the counter that makes things look cluttered to me.
yeah. Yeah. Well, oh, well, no, you guys aren't, it's not set up that way. I was going to say they have those ones that sometimes I think like maybe a folding one that you guys could make
Hmm.
for when but then it's probably not ever empty. Hey, Brutal
No,
Bob,
it's not.
welcome in. Welcome
Hey,
in.
Brutal Bob,
Good to see you.
how's your wife
Oh,
doing?
I feel peace at night when everyone is in bed. That's me, Duncan. I'm feeling a little peace. Everybody's asleep for
Hmm.
sure. Yep, yep. I know. That's crazy. I get that too. I mean, I feel a little peace as soon as I lay that little man down for bed, and it's like,
Oh,
ah,
I know. I know that feeling.
I
I'd
know
be
you.
like,
Mhm.
I can breathe.
Like,
And you didn't want to go to bed right away,
mhm.
because it's like, no, I just need some time where it's just me.
Right, exactly. That's what pretty much I said to hubby. Like, I have to have these times I'm stuck at home.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I'm so
Oh,
sorry
Lord,
she's
just
hurting.
just heal her bones
Yes,
and
God,
just bring
please.
her peace, Lord.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, definitely quick. We need a quicker healing for her.
Hmm.
I'm so sorry, Brittle Bob. That's hard to see somebody you love in pain. It's hard. And
Yeah.
give Bob extra strength.
Hmm.
Hey, Lynette Lawrence, welcome in.
Hey.
Uh, your channel or Divas?
Uh,
Uh,
mine.
okay, just want to say, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, I love these new pop-ups that pop down and knock the live out of the way when you're going over to somebody's page.
Yeah.
That's a new one. Lovely.
Yeah. I don't like it at all. Happens to me all the time.
Oh, hey, Lynette. Oh, she's got some water bath canning. Girl, you're in the right place. Oh, she got 8 subscribers.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, might be it. Those are your playlists, but yeah, you're in the right place. We're a bunch of gardeners and canners, and
Hmm.
Laura's got her larger homestead. Marine's got her suburban. I have tropical. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Nice to meet you.
And if y'all haven't checked out Little Fish in the Kitchen, you should. She's always got some really great recipes. A little fish. I forgot your name. Could you help me with it, please? My brain is just poof. It's a little bit messy in there tonight. I'm trying to clear it out. That's why I'm asking for, hey, what do you guys do when you need a little peace? I need extra
Yeah.
ideas.
I
Yeah,
turn on worship music and
mm,
just kind of almost meditate and just, focus on that.
yeah. Yeah, that does help me. It's really interesting. I've noticed as I'm older, uh, and I mean, like when I was even singing back at church, the amount of
Hmm.
warfare, like you could come right out of worship and it's like, boom, you get something's going on.
Yeah.
Or you're going to worship practice and something's going on. There's
Yep.
some kind of, something breaking loose and has to happen right that minute. It's just that tells you how powerful it is
Yeah.
because of
Yeah. I
the
was going to
warfare.
say, it's like, well, you're literally going into war.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Brave the March Madness crowd of Twin Peaks to get her fish. And that's all. That was sweet. Oh, Yeah, that's so hard. You're
Yeah,
doing
I'm
good,
sorry.
Brutal Bob, getting her her favorite fish and salad today and braving that crowd. Yikes. Can't trust me with her babies. Oh yeah, they do tend to trust you, Storms, because you're so gentle. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you, Marcel. Like I don't know why that happens to me when you come in. It's like I know your name, and then but when you come in my live, it's like no, it went somewhere. I don't know where it is. I want to write. You know, I'm gonna actually put it on my phone this
It's
time.
called menopause,
Yeah, dang
or
menopause.
also known as men take pause.
Yes, men take pause. Do not come near at certain. Do not poke at too
Do
much.
not poke the bear.
That's right. That's what it probably should be called, like your bear season. I don't know,
Yeah.
something like that.
Hi,
It's
Beth.
oh hey Beth, welcome in.
Nice to
Our
meet you.
Schuler, our artsy craftsy girl.
Yeah.
Let me. It's not. Oh, I always hate that I have to go up and like hit freeform on my iPhone
Mm,
when I'm trying to just edit a picture or anything like that.
yeah.
But yeah, Marcel has some really delicious recipes, and she's really like it's really gotten like a beautiful layout the way that you take
I'll have to
your
check out her
shots and
channel.
stuff. Yeah, she's doing really well. I can
Good.
see why Jess's next channel was a cooking channel too, like Roots and Refuge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Good to see you. We're doing okay. We're talking about our places of peace, and probably for you, it's probably doing some crafting and creating those great books that you do. I was saying it used to be painting for me, both. Oh no, it's not a weird name. It's a pretty name.
Yeah.
I
It
knew
is.
a Marcel. That's what's so it drives me cucamonga. I knew a Marcel. Actually, no, Marcella. I knew a Marcella, but still
It's just not. It's not.
an everyday
Yeah.
name. It's
Every
a
name.
special name. It's a special
Yeah.
name. It's not weird. It's special.
Hello,
Um,
Steph. Welcome in.
I feel closest to God in my yeah. Oh, Steph, it's good to see you. It's Stephanie Joe Roundtree. Yeah, he does. He sure does. Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
Steph. Have you gotten any rain lately?
Oh wow, Beth, congratulations. I'm about around that too. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to the people in this chat, please do. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is my live. I'm oh my gosh, I just forgot who I was for a second. That's bad. I am Carol, South Florida Sunshine. I do a live every Friday, 11:30 p.m. and then Friday I do a Fibro Fri-Yay, and that is at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Both are Eastern. And the Fibro Fri-Yay is basically for people who deal with maybe chronic pain or chronic diseases, and we're just trying to find ways to get through. I have fibromyalgia, I have chronic fatigue syndrome. I've been diagnosed. I've been, dealing with it for over 10 years. And it's just a welcoming place, and it's a place to bounce ideas off of. And today we were, just chatting about eliminating things from our diet that shouldn't be in the diet if you have inflammation. And if you have been eating the SAD diet or SAD American diet,
Mm-hmm.
it's also a way to cleanse your system of all the possible yeasts and bacteria that have built up because of those non-foods.
Just got another one, Beth. I'll go back. I'm going to keep your page open and watch later. But
Let me see. Oh, we're glad though you're here. We're glad you're listening. Thanks. God's desire for
yeah.
me. I think Casey's 55 said that. Sorry, I'm in and out. Hey, doing a few chores. I don't know if she sounds that way. Hey,
Hey.
hey. I gave that. Let's see. Home safe with you. I am most at peace when I am
Oh, I wish
on
I
my
was.
property. Yeah, yeah. Guess what? Gets all that. Okay, somebody help Miss Beth. Help me too. Help
That's
us
for
get
now.
help me now, Lord Jesus. I just need to get to 1,000 and make those big bucks. Nope.
Those big knot bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is it called? I forget. We sign up for it, and what is it called again? Oh, AdSense. That's what my daughter said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you make sense. You make
Yep.
just a few cents.
Make a few cents.
Oh, let's see. Wait a minute.
And
That's
even
so
when
great.
you have, it's like I had a video, um, 11,000 views, and it got $15. You know, it's like,
Wow. But still, that's $15 you wouldn't
yeah,
have had, but still it took
I'll take it.
11,000.
But, it's kind of like, wow, that's it.
Okay, there's the reality check for us creators.
Yeah.
Whoa, 11,000. Wow. That's shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard if that's the thing, a little fish in the kitchen. Like it's hard with, when you have
Hey,
children and you've
Bobster.
got all those activities going on. I know it's hard to do the YouTube stuff. Yeah, you're super close, Beth. That's awesome. You deserve it. So
Yeah.
sweet to go in there and that's a place too of kind of just peace. Like she's just creating and you can follow along, create too, and do your own
Mm-hmm.
creation with her. Oh, sweet Duncan. Wonderful. My owner has chronic pain in the butt. That's basically him. Me. Me.
Oh,
Well, I heard those trigger points, if you just give them a little like massaging and stuff that
yeah.
they settle down. They settle down. Oh, I love to throw clay. Yeah, I haven't seen you do that. I want to see you do that. There is definitely peace when I used to throw. Definitely. Yeah, there you go. That will help with your glue. all your glue for your books. Bob, good to see you, Bob.
Bobby.
Okay, you're here. Are you sure you're really here? Or are you over there?
He's over here, I think.
Yeah, your lives are your best ones. Yeah. Still would love to see you throw live. That would be cool. There's actually I think he's English. Is he English? He might not be. Anyway, he's a pottery channel. I just watch him and he's so relaxing to watch. Like throw. And he must have some sort of OCD because just even the way he's so methodical, how he lines up his work and now they
Yeah.
are perfect. Like he's a
Wow.
premium top of the line potter.
Here, but I still can't find my shoes.
Oh, Bob, I understand. It's okay. I totally get it. I'm so glad for the Apple Watch that I got after the phone because my Apple Watch can find my phone for me.
Oh, I know. I use it all the time.
Is that quite a
I
few
use it, and my husband and my
times?
mother-in-law just start laughing because they know what I'm doing because they can hear the ding, ding, ding.
Ding.
It's like, oh,
Tonight,
she can't find
tonight
the phone again.
I couldn't find it tonight. Usually it's so loud, and I was like, "Where the heck is my phone? I can hear it, but where is it?"
Oh,
It was in
or
the
if it
bathroom.
gets stuck in the furniture or something like that.
Yeah. Yep. That's why it's so loud. For
Mhm.
people who are near it when we set it off, it's pretty darn loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's piece too. It's sometimes watching people create and, even creating along with them. That settles me down a bit. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shawnee's too cute. She's
I like
checking
watching
in.
those homesteading videos. Any of you guys do it where they're like in the Ukraine or somewhere
Oh yes.
in another country and
Yes.
they're not
Something
well they do
Pakistan.
a tiny bit in their language, but it's not narrated or anything like that.
It's the ASMR. Is it the ASMR one that you're talking about? That it's in something Pakistan or whatever, the older couple?
There's
And
a few of them now, yeah.
Yeah, I think the
Where they're
country's
just baking
mm-hmm.
or cooking.
Oh yeah,
And
those
they
two.
always cook way too much food.
Yeah.
For the two of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those too. I agree.
Yeah.
I think those are somewhat produced, some of them,
Yes.
like professionally.
Yes.
And
that was what
somebody was saying, like, creators have to realize too that they're up against professionals that are on that platform too. So
Right.
like not to feel down on yourself or anything, because it's just such a high level that they're bringing to YouTube, some of these channels. Like,
Right.
yeah, of course they're going to get those views, and we're going to maybe get those views when we kind of do similar, or
When
you know,
we can hire a professional staff.
yeah, when we get to that point where we can hire people
I mean,
too.
and there's people literally that, work for these people that have worked out.
Stephanie's laughing at us. How do you not know where your phone is? Because sometimes you walk out of the room and you leave it there and you don't realize till like 3 rooms later, you know.
It's called menopause, Steph. It's called
Cute.
menopause.
Yeah. There you go. Homestead Aquarius is asking you, Beth, does the glue help folks stick around? Dad joke. Dad joke has been dropped.
Mm-hmm. I think it's funny because they
Oh, cute. No, but it helps. She answered him. I missed it. No home, but it helps to entertain everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, so does Shawnee. Yep, me too. Right? I love to see them use the is it scythe? The scythe. When some of them are using that, like in other countries. That's so relaxing to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of Jim Kowalski. Is that how you say it? It's not Kawasaki, but it's like one of those last names. Uh, he uses that. He uses that up in Maine on the Maine property. He's the one who he grows down here in Florida half the year, and then he goes up to a Maine farm and helps there with somebody he knows, and does market gardening both places. He's a market gardener.
Okay. That's cool.
Cows.
Is it in Canada that he goes up to?
No, he goes to Maine.
Oh, to Maine. Okay.
It's close.
Close enough. Yeah.
Keep buying glue. Oh my. Let me see. No, they're cooking for their extended family. Yeah, they're just cooking for their extended family of 20. That's all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. I love it how they always have like they make tea, and they always have that extra cup sitting out. So you know that this is for the cameraman or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be maxi pause because you have so much stuff coming at you. It's like totally maxed out.
Yeah.
Say that again, what you just said. My brain went off into the distance.
Where they have like a cup of tea or something like that for like the cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
So they always have 3 cups of tea. And it's like, what's that other tea for? Or that other plate for?
Yeah. The cameraman can.
Yeah. I like how I'm sure it's appealing to men too, because it's like fire, everything's fire.
Yeah. Let me ahead of time so I can. Okay, they're talking. Let me see. Men will pause to help you look for your phone or even call it for you, but y'all need to try to do better. Every chance you get. We do try to do better. What?
Well, when you film with your camera or your phone,
yeah,
or you just put. I'm not on my phone a whole lot, actually, to be honest with you, unless I'm watching a live. I'm not in the news. I'm not doing all that stuff. I'm just either filming with it or I'll film something in the garden and leave it on the camera on the tripod outside.
Oh, yeah. I would do. I would totally do that.
Because I left it out there because the dogs ran after the guy who's delivering gas for my husband. It's like, and then you get this big distraction. It's like, now where did that?
Where's that phone? Where is that? Yeah, where's my expensive camera what did I do?
Yeah.
What did I shoot last?
What did I shoot? Where was I shooting?
Swimming. Yep. Yeah, I can't say it, but Azerbaijan. Did I say it right? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
Azerbaijan.
know. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
it's like,
place. That's the place that they have this cute little cottage, Stephanie,
mhm.
and then they'll show like a little B-roll of a bunny rabbit and a dog kind of playing with each
Yeah,
other.
and they
They're
always have puppies.
yeah, puppies, perfectly green grass, like
Mhm.
perfect.
Yeah, there's no editing there.
Yes, the quiet people. Exactly. It's
Yes,
all
like the perfect garden,
yeah,
you
it's
know,
all
like
the perfect produce that
yes,
they put
perfect
to like
produce that you know came from the store. There's no way.
yeah, the strawberries definitely looked like they came from the store that one time.
Yeah,
They were all perfectly red, all about the same size, like,
yeah,
something.
and the flowers all around, and and then everything is like set out like a cooking show, like in little bowls, and
Yeah.
little pinchy cues, and boy,
Yeah.
and they use a lot of salt.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, well, I saw something like the Hungarian man on that one camping. They were camping outdoors and basically trying out this tent on their channel, but they kind of had some ASMR going on. And then you were, just watching them how they were camping and using their little stove and making a meal. It was kind of the same idea, like it was a quiet one. But they're eating stew, and all of a sudden he just peels a onion like an apple and bites it
Yeah, I think
with
I've seen that one.
his stew. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, our sweet onions are pretty sweet, but I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah.
See, if a person in the video is having a cup of tea, that is absolutely right that the cameraman should have one too. Absolutely, that is proper etiquette. Yes,
Hmm.
says the Englishman. Yes.
Yes.
We
Yes.
just wondered, like, it was a floating cup, or like whose cup is that in this shot? That wasn't there before. Where'd that come from?
Right.
Sometimes that happens. Of course, he should get tea. He should get like sweets and treats because he's filming you.
Hey, living my best life at 60.
Oh, hey, good to see you.
How are you?
I hate
Yeah,
sleep.
I guess that's one of those things that you can go do and just kind of peace out, and just, like I put it
Yeah.
on, and my mother-in-law, like if I go to change it because I want to learn something, she'll
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, I was watching that." You're like,
Oh
"Oh,
my.
okay." She's like,
Oops.
"This kind of homesteading I can do." Oh yeah, because except for the one we were watching a different one. There's a newer one,
Hmm.
and they were cooking outside. I
Yeah.
don't know why they're always cooking outside, but they were
Yes.
cooking
I can
outside.
never go in that cute little house that they have in Cook ever.
Yeah,
Yeah, never.
and there was flies all around, and then she was like,
That was it for her. The
yeah, that was it
reality
for her.
of actual farm life cooking outside.
Hmm.
Like, nope.
Yeah,
Yeah, Stephanie still loves them. Which with the people from there, yeah, I love them. I think they're great. Even
yeah, me
even
too.
if it is produced, and even they'll have those ones that are out in the country,
Yeah.
and it's great. Like to see that in like China, or I don't know if it's Japan, but just
Hmm.
the Asian countries and seeing how they're farming.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that too.
and they're
I hate it. This is funny. He says, I hate cell phones. I accidentally dropped two in the lake when my lieutenant called me on my days off.
sounds like something my son would have done when he was in the army.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? I know. I wish sometimes my husband would do that with his. Like, oops. I cook and my hubby eats. I know. I saw that, Duncan. She was 1 to 10, so she still has a hard time. She cooks a lot of food. She cooks a lot of
Yeah.
food. There's 10 different places to cook. Oh, in the videos? Yeah. I usually it's usually like the picnic table. Oh yeah, she's got all these other outside, I think, like off-grid cooking
Hmm.
situations that she uses. You really could kind of get some good ideas, but you got to do
Yeah,
some building.
you could.
Do you eat it like that? I will eat it sliced. I've just never seen anybody eat it like a apple like that.
I haven't either.
I
I like it.
that's
I
all.
like it in. I like red onions and like salad and stuff like that.
Oh, I love onions. I'll eat. I have no problem with any onion. I love onions, but
Yeah,
just not maybe like an apple, unless it was a Vidalia. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but the
Vidalia.
sweet Vidalia,
Walla
Vidalia.
Wallas are really, really sweet.
Yeah, and the Walla Wallas, those are good. Try and get them organic, of course, because anything that's grown in down in the ground absorbs everything they put
Yeah,
on the ground, and you can't wash it off. Let me see where I'm at. I think I got lost a little bit.
I got some Walla Wallas in the ground.
Right? I know. I think she forgot to come back to the live. Maybe she might have
Yeah,
just passed out. She's a busy lady.
yeah,
She's
she
a busy
is.
lady. It's a bit of an irony for the police to lose anything in a boating accident. Yeah, it is kind of an irony for them to lose that because that's what people say. Like, oh, oh those pew pews. Oh no, there was a boating accident. They all fell overboard. I know very. Nope, I don't have them
Yep.
anymore. They layer. Oh wow. Yeah, well that's kind
Wow.
of like I've done that where it's a wedge. I've done that same thing, Barry. But I always like do a little I like to just dip it in a little bit of sea salt. Oh, okay. Stephanie, are you gonna
Hi,
go?
Steph.
Bye. Have a good one. Thank you for coming in.
It
Appreciate
is
it.
nearly one, but
Yeah. Are you okay? Because it's
I
almost
had a
two.
nap.
You're up and ready to go.
Talk to me tomorrow? No.
No, I know, right? That's me too. In the morning, talk to me in the morning. My
Yeah.
dad will eat onions, garlic, and horseradish raw. Wow, just like a rabbit with ruined taste buds. He's scary.
That is scary.
That is scary. My dad could do like the salsa, and he could eat onions for he loved onions, but I never saw him bite right into one.
Yeah, that is an interesting one too, Bob.
Yes, I like
Yeah.
that too, Bob. I like the Asian ladies who do like the room makeover and they build everything into the room. Like you see them making the
Hmm.
stuff. It's amazing.
Or they're making all kinds of stuff out of bamboo. Oh, you're not leaving? Oh, you're just noticing the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Stephanie. Yeah, we are total night owls here. It's yeah. I've ended at 3 on my side before, and maybe even a little bit later when we've got going and we've had like a whole panel just chit chatting.
Yeah.
Storm's the first time I had worked 39 days in a row, 14 hours each day. Ooh, I told my lieutenant I needed a couple days to recharge my batteries. As soon as I got home and on the boat, he called. Oops. Yeah, I don't blame you. Nope. Putting in all those days in a row for 14 hours. Yeah, you need some
My
time off.
husband works 14-hour days.
Yeah, mine's about 12. Still takes a lot out of them. It's
Hmm.
sad. I'm so glad
Mine
you're
goes to
not
bed at
leaving.
like 7.
Yeah.
And he's up at 3 in the morning. So
Yeah, mine's up at 4:30 and goes to bed at 8:30. Yeah. Even tonight, like, because we were washing everything, I was trying to find stuff I already had for the bedding so we wouldn't have to wait on all of Malachi's bedding.
hmm.
And it's a good thing because, like, he put it through the wash once and I was like, it didn't look clean. It still had little poopy speck.
Hmm.
So it
I've
went
had it
in.
go through the wash and it still stinks. And it's
Yeah.
like,
What do you do? Like, throw it out? I don't want to throw out the bedding.
yeah.
Like, ugh. But so yeah, I put it through once. So once I'm done here, I'm gonna put it in the dryer.
I've just bleached the heck out of it.
Yeah, I'm from now on getting him white stuff for his bedding.
Yeah.
Absolutely, definitely. Your sister used to sit in her high chair and eat whole onions. Oh wow,
Wow.
that's wild. Yeah, it's just some people have a taste for them. I like them.
Hmm.
We used to, of course, I forget what we would have as a side. We would have, I mean, I forget what we would have as the main, but it would be maybe steak. It was steak, and then the family liked Stouffer's macaroni and cheese at the time,
Hmm.
and then we did have that and spinach. But then there would always be chopped. raw onion, so you could put it on like your mac and cheese if you wanted, or just to cut through some of that fat, or just something fresh.
Do you guys like those? Have you ever seen those where they make like mud houses and mud like out of like a little like I have this tool. I'm gonna make a house out of mud.
Yes. And they just dig out are you talking about like the ones that they go down?
Where they dig it out.
And they create pools and stuff in there. Yeah. It's like amazing. And
I wonder if I could do that here with my clay.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. That would be so funny. I know. Like, oh, you know what? That could be the beginning of one of those sunken in greenhouses, though.
Hey.
Yeah. I think.
But, you know, any of this, my back's killing me.
Yeah. You would have to, like, use some kind of tool on your.
But we do. My brother-in-law has a backhoe, and he lives next door, basically.
Oh, yes. There you go. I love those shows.
I was actually gonna ask him if we could use it this weekend, because I want to go get some soil out of the forest.
Yeah.
Instead of, I found free wood chips. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but I found free wood chips, and I was so excited about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Then I'm watching this English gardener, right? And he
Sweet dreams, Marcel. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I'll pop over and see you soon.
They're getting soil from the forest floor that has all that broken down leaves and wood. And I'm like, I got tons of that stuff. I should just go get it.
Yes. And it is amazing to watch like what they use in other countries.
But see, I did that in my other garden beds at the rental. I'm like, duh, why didn't I?
Yeah, free soil, basically.
Yeah.
Stephanie says she likes that too. She goes, oh, I love those shows where the Asian young person gets willed to grandma's place and they totally redo the house. Yes, I love those too. I love those too. Or the guy is like, they say the place is deserted and he redoes the place. Yeah. And they're building everything for it and it looks amazing. I think that was the one that was the bamboo, where he was building a lot with the bamboo.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is very cool. I've been
kind of into these like abandoned homes kind of things lately.
How do they? What in the world? There's so many of them.
There's so many in like Europe.
A lot in Europe.
I mean, they have them here in the States too, but.
Oh yeah, used your woods for soil, right? Very well this year, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back. We still haven't got Maureen back though, GT. Could you see if you could find her?
Yeah.
Maybe the watch works. Like, Maureen, beep 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 beep. Where are you? Beep beep beep. I hope she's getting somebody to rent that place. That would be wonderful.
What is she? Oh, cool. I hope so too.
That's what she said. The email came in right when she got a message of a possible person. So maybe that's what she's doing. She's giving them a look tonight. I don't know. Yeah, the mansions. Let's go back to that. The mansions that are abandoned. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird. There's so many. And like you said, there's a lot in Europe.
Yeah. In France.
Yeah. And it's like, what happened to these people? Did they just get very old and they didn't have children?
Well, I think a lot of it is inheritance tax.
Oh.
What happens to a lot of them in Europe is that they have this huge inheritance tax, and then the family can't afford to pay it, or they fight over the property. This is another thing. They fight over the property. And then the government seizes and closes the house, and nobody can take anything from it until it's settled.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's like probate, something going into probate that's being contested over because there's no will or whatever. Oh, it's this. Let's see.
Yeah.
Guide to
Better the woods.
We don't.
So I need to go into the woods.
Okay, the woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it is like learning a foreign language, the language of hillbilly. Yep.
And you can't say the north side of the property here.
Oh,
You have to say down in the holler.
have a
And
good
point.
night. I hope, Riddle Bob. I really hope
Oh, I'm
she heals
sorry.
well. I'm so sorry you guys are going through that. Be in my prayers tonight for sure.
Yeah,
God bless you too.
I'll write you down so I say those prayers.
I know. That's why you'll usually, I'm not showing off. I'm praying right on the spot so I don't forget.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just so hard. And I think of that too. Menopause is when you get osteoporosis. Like if you're going to get it, that's when it
Right.
starts. That's when it starts. And they just had a study and it was years and years and years long. And I'm really curious as to what supplements they used because they were saying the supplements were ineffective even for D. Calcium was ineffective and the D was ineffective. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not, what D? Whose brand? Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like how much? So it was very vague what I got right off the tip of it. I'll have to go back and look for the study. But they were saying it was a very, very long study and that we don't absorb it through supplementation. So that means even more. Like we need our sun and they spray things up there to deflect it and do weird stuff.
Yes, I do. Yes.
Small patch of woods next to
Need to
me.
learn the Southern language. I don't even have
Being contested by the family.
any other language down there.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah. The family right next to him is contesting over a half an acre.
Wow.
Wow. That's tough. That's so cute.
Hey,
That's
you know what? One thing I did learn real quick when you first get here is you sweetheart. You know, oh bless your heart.
Oh, she's saying hi to Bob. Yes, yes, sweetheart. And she's not going. She was just saying
Bless
hi.
your heart. You know, and it's all in the inflection and how they
Yes,
say it.
exactly.
Bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart. You know, that's
Yeah, that
when they
little
say, oh,
extra.
bless your heart. You know, it's like, oh, no, that was a little jab jab.
That was a little jab jab. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, bless your heart. You're about as empty up there as yeah. Like in the movies, they always add like a little,
Yeah.
it's like a compliment, but it's not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I just rolled over my own foot with my chair. Ouch.
Oh no, it is the mean phrase. It's a totally mean phrase.
Yep.
What do you mean, and liver? What am I missing? What did I say or not say, or what did the side chat say? And liver. Help me out, Abe. And liver.
Yep.
I have a feeling half of a thing didn't go through on that one.
Yeah. Ouch.
That's so funny. Oh, bless your heart and liver. I got it. A little bit late, but I got it.
I just got it too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't do this. These are starting to bother me. I've got to find a better way
Oh,
with
it took off
lives.
skin.
Ooh, careful.
Ouch.
Oh, that on a Southern woman's channel, she uses that phrase. That's hilarious. Well, bless your heart and your liver. Yeah, why
So that's
not?
a double jab then, huh?
That could be a double jab. Yeah.
Like,
Basically punching you in the solar plex and then going around like
yeah.
right uppercut, hit your liver, hit your chin. Man, they're wild women. Just doing it all with a little bless your heart. I brought in a sleeper. Oh, thank you, Bob. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Bob.
I'm getting closer to 1,000, so anybody who can help me out, I appreciate it. Thank you, Bob. If you don't have a camera, no. It picks it up usually, I think. Oh, but you have a laptop. I don't know, Stephanie Jo. I'm not sure. That's a good question. Maybe somebody in the side chat knows the answer to that. I don't know.
I don't know either.
What just happened? Well, I was letting they gave me a, what do you call it on your channel? How they make money off of you.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, let's see. Because that would be fun. Let's see. Can someone come up? Yeah, you can talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
talks amongst ourselves.
Yes, talks it.
Yeah. So
Just like
yeah,
we're conversating.
Holler. What else? What other words do I need to know, Steph?
Yeah.
Well, we're figuring this out down here in the south, in the holler. I know that there's some people that I can't even understand a lot of the times.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah, it's like, oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, yep. Okay. Oh, it's talking about their phone to use that. Oh, with their camera off. No, that's not it. I asked them about a computer. No. Oh, here it is. What do you need for StreamYard? Oh, that's just the Android and all that. I don't know why they went into phone. I didn't even use the word phone.
Probably because we were talking about phones earlier.
Yeah,
It
weird.
picked up on that somehow.
It did, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even
it
have
always
that.
does. Yeah.
I guess if you want to try stuff, we can try. I can drop the link for you.
Then she can correct me on all my
It
my
might
verbiage.
just show, yeah, it might just show your avatar so you can do your audio still. It might show you as an audio
Yeah, that would be
person coming
interesting.
up. Pardon me
We
for
never
bending
know
over.
until we try, right?
That's right. Hold on, let me just get that done because we should be okay unless somebody waited 20 minutes to give me a hard time. That's okay. I've got like how many wrenches in the room?
I've got one wrench over here.
Homestead can float. I think you have him wrenched, right? If you have him
Yeah.
wrenched, he can float.
Yeah.
He's gone over into the chat. Was it your chat that night or Diva's? He had to go in and get one.
I think it was Divas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's try it, Steph. That's fun. And you can help with the Southern way and the Southern phrases.
Oh, yes, you can. That would be
That
fun.
you know. I still wish I had like some of those Amish stores around me that you have. Like
Yeah.
So nice. We don't have anything.
I need to go. Where I get my feed, they're Amish too.
Yeah.
And so I was going to film it inside. I was like, I'm going to go get organic feed. Oh, they're Amish. Can't do that.
They're not.
You can film the outside, but you don't respectfully not want to film them. So
love you, Duncan. You're awesome, Brenda. Whack-a-Troll Squad standing by, ready for action.
You're Wreck-a-Troll.
Oh my gosh, that's too cute.
Yeah.
She's okay. Her rectangle is
Mitra.
here, but we think she might be showing her suite, her studio to someone. So it was Vitra's birthday, and I said, well, you got to come and let Maureen sing because she's the better singer. So, yeah. When
awesome.
So it was his birthday. I think Barry's got a birthday. I think we got a couple birthdays. Somebody else that I saw, someone else online was saying they had a birthday.
It's above.
J3GN.
It's in the chat above.
Yeah, the link's above you. You'll see my little. Oh, wait a minute. She's in yours. Come over to mine. Come over to my side chat. If you can. If you can click over. It's in my side chat. I forgot about you're in Laura's room. Oh, Storms. It is.
I could probably share it over there.
Okay, yeah, the copy and paste it over there. We just have to close it out once it's over there.
How do
I can do it. It's okay. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me try it because I've got you open too. If she's not coming over.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love it. All my wrenches. Be getting ready. All right. No, we were saying how you're a good floater in case somebody comes into one of the other side chats.
Yeah.
If they have you wrenched, you are.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
You're a trusted man.
You're just watching for trolls, sir. That's what you're doing. There you
Yeah.
go. Because I'm dropping links. I'll remove the one, I guess, in my own chat.
I can remove that in a few minutes if you want to.
Okay.
So
Let's delete that. But I did want to. Oh, never mind. My brain just went blank. It's probably the gummy.
you had a gummy.
I only have like a little bit. Somebody they're always teasing me about it because it's just a quarter. Right. I took a little bit more than a quarter tonight, just a little bit, and I think that's why I'm like, wee. All of a sudden, poof, there goes the brain. I can definitely see how potheads have that, like, hey man.
Yeah.
And there's just okay.
Unless you're me, I'm like,
oh yeah, then your parent. I think you got too much, or you got a bad batch, or something. Something happened there.
But I don't dare try it. I was pretty sick that night though too. I was like almost like it was a bad reaction to the whole thing.
Oh yeah, you might be allergic then, maybe, or allergic to what they put it in. You said it was a gummy.
Yeah.
Or it was a
well,
gummy.
It didn't help that I was in the woods and there's bears around and there's.
Oh heck no! I would never do it in the woods.
So.
Oh, be careful driving. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful, Deirdre.
For sure.
Right? I know. Barry, I had to take it down a little bit. Just the attitudes in the air and I just think sometimes it's spiritual, but I wonder sometimes if it's a weapon, where they are working on humanity. And I'm not saying our own government, but I'm saying even outside sources when you're at war. Like, they work from the inside. They've been doing it for years and years and years. The KGB even admitted it. Somebody from the KGB even admitted it.
Steph, are you trying that?
And that was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to click there she is. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. All right.
Hey, that's cool.
Got it? Oh, wait, I'm losing it. Of course, my Wi-Fi is acting up, right? It looked like.
My sound.
That might, I don't know how to fix that. Let me see if I can. I don't know.
Oh, Stephanie, do you have her playing in the background? Because you got to mute that. Try that.
I reduced the mic background noise.
She turned off her mic.
Oh, okay. I just clicked all the buttons in the edit mic settings just to see if that helps out. You can try again, once you close out any open windows that have us playing.
Yeah.
That's so much harder. Like, is she on a phone or computer? It's harder to do on a phone. We'll just keep trying, Stephanie. It's okay. I'm glad to have you. Oh, wow. Oh, you do? I have a Jeep, so it's not. Okay. Oh, I know. I would love a Jeep, but as soon as we moved here, our worship leader got killed in hers.
Oh,
it rolled.
That's right. I remember that.
Yep. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Oh, she does. She has some browser open on YT. Okay. Yeah, that's what we thought.
Yeah.
Oh, what? That's better. It's a little buzzy, but it's better.
You're just really quiet. Is there?
Right. You're low. Let me see if I can edit it again and make you louder. Whoop. Okay. Turn you up. Try again.
I've never done this. This
You're
is
doing
so
good.
cool.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, I have
Okay,
Stephanie.
so
How's that?
It's
You
awesome.
are.
Laura knows my voice, but you don't, Carol.
No, it's wonderful.
Nope,
Thank
I know
you.
your voice.
You have a lovely voice, Stephanie Joe Roundtree. That's awesome. So now the Southern things that Laura needs to
Mhm.
know.
What do I need to know?
Phrases that will help her. We were talking about, oh, bless your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I've been here since the 70s, Laura. There's no way of learning it all.
Oh,
Uh-oh, we're not that's not promising. That doesn't sound promising.
okay.
I've got a real lag.
Oh, is that what's going on? Okay. What you can do is is the link still over there, Laura?
I believe so.
You can exit out. There's a little red button with an X in StreamYard right below us. It says leave studio, and it's a little red button with a white X. You can leave and then just come back in and see if it catches the lag up a bit.
Will do.
All right. I'm so happy that you're on my panel. It wasn't too bad because she answered me a little bit after, not that much after.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Shoot. Everybody's so excited. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Success. Congratulations. Like everyone's like, because we
Yeah.
all know what that feels like that have gone
Yeah.
live. That
Yeah,
moment.
it's like all those milestones when you see people hitting, like the first 100 and just the different things, or the
Yeah.
first time they go live or, on their
Yeah,
own channel.
exactly. Oh, wow. That's so cool that you got that last one left from Germany before they sold out to Fiat.
Mm.
I didn't know that. Shoot. I'm glad then I didn't get the Jeep. It was between the Jeep and my Dodge Journey. Although I'm not, particularly like, woohoo, my Dodge Journey. It still was my first SUV and first brand new car I ever had. We always bought used.
Yeah.
I like the Jeep Liberties. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm not allowed to have 6 cylinders. I could be naughty with a 6-cylinder.
Mm.
Yeah. I think that's part of the ADHD.
Yeah.
The occasional getting fed up with it and whoop, just,
Yep.
just go around them.
Yep.
An EV. Wait, the electrical? No, I'll let Laura tell you about what happened with her electric vehicle if you ever want to take a trip.
Yeah. No. I don't mind in the background.
Huh?
Do I have something open? Nope. I was hearing like me in the background somehow.
Oh, I don't think I have you open. Let me go check all the pages to see if I opened one by accident, like the volume.
No, we had a Taurus, not a Taurus.
Yeah, the really nice one.
Yeah.
Elon.
Tesla, yeah.
Elon. There we go.
And yeah, and it's horrible traveling
There
in
she
those
is.
things.
Here's
They're
Stephanie.
comfortable,
There we go.
but
How you doing?
you go like 250 miles and you have to stop for 8 hours to charge.
Yeah. Oh, it might be a hybrid. So what? It can all go between the
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Was Tesla those? Were they hybrids or
No, they were just electric.
And those are the same ones people had a really hard time with in winter, charging their batteries. They like when it got super super cold. You
Okay,
saw,
thank you,
yeah.
Homestead. I'll
Oh,
drop.
good night, little piece of heaven farm.
I'll take that link down now.
Yeah. So how you doing, Stephanie Joe? Are you with us, or is the lag still there?
I'm here,
Oh, good.
but you're all talking over one another. And
Of course.
I'm not
Oh.
sure I've got it right. Yeah.
Well, we talk over each other though, because we're like family. So it sounded fine when you answered
Yeah.
me.
If you want me to answer anything, you're going to have to be really quiet so I can say what I want to say.
Okay. Wait, Nanya, what did you want to say, Steph?
No. Laura was asking about the Southern way, and it ain't happening. You know, I'm from the Midwest, and you just never learn.
Hmm. Oh, wow. Yeah. Is it like she was saying some are just really hard to understand? Like their accent is so thick, and they probably also have some slang in there.
Mhm.
That maybe, yeah, the slang. So is there different areas like around you guys that are more like that? Or is it because you're so far out in the like country there? Go ahead, Steph.
I've only lived in the Midwest,
Okay.
in mid Tennessee.
Mm.
I've also lived in Fort Worth.
Oh, okay. So how would you compare Fort Worth Southern to where you are
Actually,
now?
I found Fort Worth much friendlier.
Mm.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I have a friend.
Hated the area,
Oh, shoot.
but I absolutely love the middle Tennessee. It's
Mm.
perfect for me.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you found your place. So in where you're located, do you have some of those people who have just been there like all their lives and kind of mountain folk that, you know, you hear them and you're like, yeah, I have no idea what he said. Or
No mountain folk here.
oh, okay. It's mostly more of the flat and the like we visited up near Nashville and like that Mount Juliet area and everything, you wouldn't even think that was like Tennessee. Like when you think of Tennessee
Right.
out as an outsider, you think of all the mountains and just
Yeah.
the land. And that this was just like a town that could have been anywhere. I mean, it was definitely a mountainous area because there were like hills for me. Like I was like, oh, okay, I'm behind somebody's washer in the back of their pickup truck. I don't want to be here. You're on like an
It's so
incline.
funny because you're like mountains. They're hills to me.
Yeah.
Being from Oregon,
True.
and living in, and so to me, it's just like, oh, we live it's hilly. It's not mountainy at all.
Poor Vidra, he said she didn't allow me to buy the 12-cylinder Jaguar. I wonder why. Yeah, I bet you are like, used to that, the really tall mountains and everything.
But I noticed like as soon as you get closer to a bigger city, the accents kind of just almost disappear.
Yeah.
But you go rural, more rural, and then there's lots of accents. And then there's some people that just have really thick ones, and then others, I think it has a lot to do with education. And
yeah, I thought so, that might be part of it. Storms, radios, and cats. Stephanie said that there is still a slight delay. He had the same issue with Randall, who he co-streams with. So I'm wondering if StreamYard's having issues with just certain computers or whatever. But Homestead Aquarius is saying, just remember, we ain't the ones with the accent because we live here. Start working, ain't and can't into your vernacular. It helps. I noticed that. I have noticed that about true, like Southerners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I've heard that. I don't hear that much here, like with the Florida, even though we are. Go ahead, Steph.
Ain't doing
Ain't doing it.
Doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that's true. That phrase.
Ain't
for
gonna
sure.
do it. Just ain't gonna do it.
We call them hills too. Okay, what I was referring to. Yeah, it was a hill. I mean, it was very mountainous. Like the range that I was looking at, the mountain range. I meant to say I was on a hill because it was a hill. Of course, you know, I'm a flatlander, so mountain comes out. But I was on a hill, and it still was at an incline that I was very uncomfortable with. And I ended up actually doing one of these and going over here. And the guy with the truck was like, "What the hell, lady?" I'm like, "Sorry, I've got kids, and you
Well,
got that thing." And
Nashville is very dangerous place to drive. So
yeah,
it's one of the, they call it Smashville for a reason.
oh my
It's
gosh,
Oh, I figured out the overdubbing. I had the page open. Sorry.
oh okay,
Oh, it's okay.
And I closed out your page on YouTube, and
yeah.
I can hear you guys.
Oh, good, yay!
Sorry,
That's what you,
Laura.
that's
Go
what
ahead with
you
your
meant.
story about Smashville.
Yeah.
It's that. So Miami is like that down here. They'll kill
Mhm.
you. They will kill you. When I was up there and we drove to Nashville, we went to the Opryland Hotel. We were able to
Mhm.
get in and like walk around and everything, and that was beautiful. And then I'm trying to think if where it was that we went downtown, and the venue was a very old, but it wasn't Nashville. It was outside. Maybe
Mhm.
maybe Antioch might have been. Is that how they say it? Antioch?
Mhm.
It was an old movie theater that they had rented. And it was funny. It was a YouTube channel. All these kids follow this YouTube channel. They meet up and do this meetup annually, usually. And some of the kids who have been watching them for years have ended up growing up and getting married. Like they've made quite a
Oh,
few couples.
funny.
Yeah. It's a younger channel, like, my
Mhm.
daughter's
Did
age.
you
So,
say Antioch?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Antioch where they had it. I'm not positive though. It was a little old movie theater. Maybe it was in Mount Juliet. I don't think so though. I remember us leaving Mount Juliet because that's where our hotel was, and all the stores were like right there where I
Hey,
was.
Laura, you wouldn't recognize me. My hair is down to my shoulders.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I hacked it off shortly before my mom died.
I
I
know
was
that
just
feeling.
depressed,
Yes.
and it's been 2.5 years.
Wow.
Almost 2 years
Yeah.
since she passed away.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling I've been pretty depressed.
Yes.
I don't know why. I was the only one caring for her. My other siblings were out of state.
Yeah.
And I was the chosen.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Pretty
That
much.
seems to happen.
And I accepted the responsibility. I absolutely loved my parents.
Yes, me too.
And my sister is jealous because I had my parents as friends, not just
Yeah.
parentals.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
dad passed in 2018, mom passed in 2022. And since then, I've been kind of lethargic and
Yes.
whatever.
No.
But Laura, you saw me, and I appeared normal. I'm still normal, but yeah, I hacked all my hair off. Like I'm
Wow.
going through some
Yeah, I
shit.
was looking for this lady with this hair, like
Yeah.
like in the
Yeah,
picture.
down his
Well,
shoulder.
it's like that now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Baron teaches Southern English for ladies class on every one of. Oh, really? She can provide a great example to follow. How funny. That channel. I'll have to check them out. Hannah Barron teaches Southern English. Ah,
I'll have to look it up.
I know. It probably is funny. Yeah. You ain't to. You want to. Oh my gosh. I would never get that. You want to? Is that how you do it? You want to?
Young too.
You want to? Okay. You want to? I'm trying that with my family tomorrow. You want to? I'll be like,
Well,
Mom.
I'm the grammar Nazi in the group. Properly speak.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, oh, I
What
don't
is
properly.
this thing about ending a sentence in the word at? I mean, take it out of your language. Not
I've been,
where are you at, but where are you?
mm.
Yeah.
Never end a sentence in a preposition.
Oh, I used to drive my nephew nuts when I would say that, but I was speaking and I was like, shut up. No, just shut up. I'm just speaking. Leave me alone. I didn't grow up, being taught etiquette or anything. I struggled with those things. Both Laura and I did because of dyslexia. So yeah, sentence
Oh, I
structure.
think it's funny. My
Oh,
mom.
that's not the issue. I am dyslexic.
You must have some hyperlexia then that you're
I don't
able.
know. I was a straight A student,
Yeah, then you
and I
probably
was
have
just
hyperlexia.
honed in
Yeah,
on details.
yeah. So you're on the spectrum too, somewhere.
Haven't a clue. I only learned that I might be dyslexic. That
Yeah.
when my sister said she was visiting, I don't know, 5 years ago, and she said, those who are dyslexic see in pictures. And I said, what? Doesn't
Oh,
everybody?
I've never heard that before. There's visual thinkers though who aren't dyslexic.
Yeah.
So that's not one of the things with dyslexia is you struggle even with your left and your right for quite a long time, longer than your, people around you of the same age. Another thing can be your working memory, that when you're reading, nothing sticks. You have to keep reading it over and over again because that working memory is not grabbing hold of it and then filing it. And the misfiling, some of us can have what I have, which is sometimes occasionally aphasia, where I know it's there, but I can't access it because my brain just filed it somewhere.
Right.
Can you hear me? Or
yeah, you're perfect.
Yeah.
All right. No, none of that applies.
Okay, so you're not just you sound more hyperlexic
Yeah.
with details. And
What does that mean?
Did you read early?
I have no clue.
Oh, you don't know. Well, you said details of sentence structure. Were you always kind of able to memorize that? Like in grammar, were you really great with grammar?
Yes.
Okay. Usually you're reading early. You're great with like grammar and sentence structure because your brain just boop grabs it. You have photographic memory with words is basically
Yes,
it.
I
It's the
do.
opposite. So you're not dyslexic. You're hyperlexic, which is actually you gain an advantage. I was very glad my daughter was hyperlexic with her high functioning autism because it helped pull out words quicker. She could read, she could memorize sentences, and she could type things out. She would type out little stories, and it helped to get her speaking because otherwise she was like totally silent when other kids were speaking at 3 and 4. She was still like maybe 1 or 2 words.
I actually was the lead female in our class play, which was not acceptable in my family, but my mom
Wow.
Absolutely loved it. We were all about academics, and
Yeah.
you don't go beyond, you don't go into drama and all that
Mhm.
BS.
Yeah.
But I snuck out from a class and went to try out, and I
Cute.
got the female lead in our senior class play.
That's
And the idea of memorizing the whole play, I had it down pat from the beginning. And it was awesome. It was like, and my mom and my younger brother, because my two older siblings were often gone,
yeah.
came to the play, and my mom was so excited that I did so well. There is a picture of her holding my face in our yearbook. And
funny.
Oh,
it's so pretty.
sweet.
It's
That's
so pretty.
Oh, that's wonderful to have. What a great picture. My problem is my mother and my father. My dad was like the chronicler of our life, and he did a pretty darn good job because I am loaded down with photos everywhere. And for the first year, yeah, I couldn't really go through them too much at all.
Yeah.
Couldn't deal with it. So I'm glad you came up, Steph, because I know I know what it's like. I do. I definitely do. And I think you kind of know I do because you saw it. You saw me going through it. And I felt so bad because you had just experienced it and then you're watching, you know, my pain, which probably was not helpful for your pain. So I'm really sorry about
That's
that.
okay, honey.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, it's like, I get it. I got it.
Yeah.
Well,
They're having a whole southern like back and forth in the side chat. It's
Oh, that's
like
funny.
might lose a finger to a snapper. It would be worth it, Homestead. True enough. True enough.
True enough.
Funny. We have to do like something like that. Would be great. Yeah. Like this.
I have to tell you that my dad was a whole different story.
Mm.
He was what he called a yellow dog. Do you know what that is?
No, it's a yellow dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
so far left. Whoever is on the ballot, you're going to vote for him.
Oh.
Oh, that's what I grew up in.
Yeah.
And he was one of the leaders of the 1968 delegation, the walkout from the Democratic Party.
Mm.
Oh,
He was in the front line. Yeah, I mean, there are pictures of him on Newsweek magazine back in the day.
Wow.
I was at home watching it all on TV and going like, that's my dad.
Wow.
It was pretty weird. And here I am, a far right person.
Right? Isn't that funny? Because my parents were that way too. They would be like yelling about, MSN and CNN when I would go in there and, the other side, which I'm like, oh, okay, I'm kind of the other side, but I'm not going into this with two at me. Nope.
That's how my mother-in-law is, and it's
that's hard.
it makes it interesting.
Yeah. And like we want to accept everybody here, no matter what your view is. You're definitely free, but know that most of my friends and myself were conservative, and I don't want to bring up too much politics because it's so dividing.
We don't
Oh,
mention politics
why
here.
not?
Uh-oh, Stephanie gets up here the first time. She's got to get me canceled, Laura. She's gonna get me canceled.
No, I'm not going to get you canceled.
I'm
You
kidding.
know what? I watch some of these videos and I say, we can't say this word. And then I go over to another person that I watch and they say those words and they don't get canceled. And I'm going like, okay.
I don't understand
what
it.
the F?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't understand it. Well, that's just like being, I'll just say, being accused of trolling somebody and you aren't even going over to their channel. I don't know how that happens. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't been around certain channels, and it sounded like I was being accused of it because somebody sent me a video, and I was like, yeah, I have no time for that, and I'm not that techie. I have like one extra account, and it's a Fishes and Loaves Life, so no. And
I don't have
basically,
any extra accounts.
yeah, I basically leave it completely alone. Like I don't do anything yet. I just wanted to kind of keep the name, but I didn't want to use it anymore. I
Mhm.
wasn't.
Is that you?
What?
Fishes and Loaves?
Yeah. You didn't
Oh,
recognize me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Laura and I were part of a mass exodus.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
Laura, would
Yeah.
you please add an H every time you spell my name? Because you call me Step
Oh,
instead of Step.
Oh, Steph,
Steph.
like with
Okay.
an F.
I'll try to remember that. If my dyslexic.
Oh, please, sweetie. It's like every time I see that, I'm going like, I know she's saying it in her head that I'm Steph, but she's calling me Step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a dork.
That's okay. We love you anyways.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, absolutely. And I do too. I do too. Yeah, and I try not to judge people. We just live with it all our lives, boy, could my parents get rowdy. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My best friend is a far left person.
So there
And
you
she
go.
thinks
Yeah.
Trump is Antichrist.
Oh wow. So really, really, yeah.
Love her dearly, and I can't fault her for her thought process, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. GT's like, what is going on? Yep. Yeah, it amen. Amen. I will say amen to that. That's right. They want it to be. Yep.
Yes. They
And
do.
they're holding church all the time about it. Yeah. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I
And
know. I'm trying not to, GT, really. Trying not to. Oh, that's hard. Wow. Yeah.
save your politics for the voting booth.
Yeah. We have to now. It's
Yeah.
just you can get hit on here if you're a small channel for some reason, like Stephanie said, but you can go over to other larger channels and they can
Mhm.
say names, they can do pictures, they can do all this stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
are you an undercover agent too? Like, what's going
Yeah.
on here? Like, how do you get away with that? But they cancel smaller channels.
Right.
Oh, well, that was good. Yeah, my parents weren't Christians until I want to say I was about 10. And we had a church right behind our house, and that's where we went to take my great grandmother. My mom and my dad took my great grandmother. We all went, and then we ended up at that church. My parents got saved there. I have a great picture of them at their beach baptismal that I did find through the pictures that I have of them. So yeah, I was allowed to go to church out in California, and I liked it. And then it was so neat that we ended up having one in our backyard, and I kind of grew up in and out of like youth group and just the church. But my parents kind of gave it up, and that broke my heart because they were. I kind of helped them. Like it did really kind of help tone things down.
Yeah.
you know.
How did you end up in Florida?
Well, my dad came here for the IBM personal computer, all that. That the IBM like got really big at that time because they were going to push out the PC, and the big hub was Boca, and so we all moved from California to Boca because he got a transfer, and we got a transfer to San Jose, California from Manassas, Virginia. So it's just like they say, IBM is I've been moved. If you're an IBM kid, yeah. But yeah, that's how we ended up here. And I just never left. My parents actually left for retirement and went to PA where my mom's like cousins were and everything, and where she grew up.
Mhm.
Like that was home to her.
Yuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry they didn't stay there in Florida.
Oh, yeah, that was really hard to get her all back here, but thankfully God worked that out too because my uncle and my cousins packed up a pod and even helped pack up her things, and yeah, they did us such a solid on that. Yeah, Aiden here's got some. He's got some left wing friends, little on both sides, I guess. They try to never make up. That's great. Yeah, and I don't want to do that really for anyone, except
Right.
because I'm a Christian. Of course we preach Jesus, but it's all free will. It's up to
Mm-hmm.
you what you want to do. Thank you, Bob. Yay, someone come in. That was very sweet. That was
May I change the subject?
sure.
Has anyone invested in foreign currency?
No.
I have not. Why? What's going on with the foreign currency?
Oh boy, this is a big subject.
Okay.
The reevaluation has started, which means all the monies, you've heard of the Brooks, BRICS.
I've heard of it.
Okay, well, we're about to have a huge failure with the fiat currency. And if you don't have anything invested in foreign currency, like the dinar or the dong or the bolivar
All the gold
or the
supported,
zim,
all the gold supported currencies, you mean?
yes,
Okay.
you are going to be in for a, it's
Yeah.
going to be sorry for you. So over the last few years, I don't have any money, but I have slowly invested in a few of these.
Mm-hmm.
It should turn out to be a lot of money, and you just need to get into foreign currency.
And who do you go to for that usually for?
Yeah.
You have to have a broker at a big agency to go and do something like that.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Let me think about the
yeah,
name.
we're listening.
First of all, I use Kirk Elliott, PhD. He's got 2 degrees.
Wow.
And I use him for silver investments. And then I use, crap. I want to say Brave New World, but that's not right. I can look it up.
Okay.
If you're interested.
Is there though, like when you're going in to do these investments, is there a minimum that they will say you have to have? Okay.
No. MilesFranklin.com is another one that will help you in investing.
Okay.
I'm
trying to look him up.
I watch the original Mark Z on YouTube.
Okay.
He's never been canceled, which is effing amazing. Yeah. He's one of those that walks the edge, but he has a show every morning at 9 a.m. Central Time. And I highly recommend that you listen to him. He actually has a Saturday morning show, but usually Monday through Friday. Anyway, I deep dive into currencies.
It's amazing.
And I have slowly, over the last few years, collected, like the Zim. If you have a trillion, there you go.
Yeah.
If you have $1 trillion bond of Zim, when you go to get it in US dollars, it's between 30 and 50 million dollars.
Wow.
but you might have paid $130 for it.
Wow. That's crazy. That's insane.
I know it sounds crazy, but it's just a matter of where do you invest?
Yeah. How long are you usually writing it out? Like, is that a long-term investment or a get in and get out kind of an investment?
It's a long term.
Okay.
It's long term. Yeah. And
Okay.
I'm one of
Which is
those.
good. Long-term ones are actually good. You want to, I think it's diversify is the correct word. Because I was reading a book and I need to finish. And yeah, it's all about your finances, just finances and investing. He hits on investing and he's all for those long hauls.
Yeah. And I have a bunch of channels that I watch that most people don't watch. All right. Homestead Aquarius is saying, I speak to something folks need to seriously look into. But remember, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. That's right.
Yeah.
The silver that I've ordered, I always make sure I keep it. I don't put it in some vault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Possession is 9/10 of the law. You got it, kiddo.
Yeah.
But it's not just silver.
Yeah.
I can't afford gold, but I invested in silver a few years ago, and I'm going like, yeah, we're about to hit where silver may go from 25 to 2,500.
Oh.
I mean, you're at the edge. If you have any spare money, buy silver.
Yeah.
And then look at purchasing from BNW. I cannot remember the full name. Banknote World. Banknoteworld.com.
Okay.
And you can buy Zimbabwe, which is great. And also with Zimbabwe, you can have humanitarian projects.
Oh, nice.
And, you might only have 20 million worth of Zimbabwe, which sounds ridiculous, but they will give you 200 million to do your project if you have a good humanitarian project. And the other ones that I've invested in is Dinar, Dong, Bolivar, and Yellow Dragon.
Okay. So are you watching them go up, or you're just saying they're about to just go crazy?
They're about to go crazy because of the bricks. And they're finagling between Iraq and the U.S., which is why, what's his name, just came over from Iraq to deal with the Federal Reserve, which, by the way, is not a government agency. If you know anything about our government, Andy Schweckman. I see him almost every Friday on Mark Z's show. He is awesome. Oh, good for you, Diva. You better hang on to those Zims.
She's an investor, Diva is. Yeah, we all need to kind of learn from each other with this. Like, for those of you who are investing for the beginners, we have no clue. Like, I don't know. We never invested in my family except for, well, I can't say that. We had Dad had a 401k. We have a 401k, but we never diversified that. Like, my parents had some land.
Sweetheart, I have nothing. I had a divorce in 2009, and all we had was debt. I
Yeah.
got completely out of debt. I got
Amazing.
completely out of, I'm mortgage free, debt free. And then I spent a few on foreign currency because of what I heard in my community.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend that if you got $100 or $200, you can spend, buy it.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe, Bolivar, Dong, or Dinar, because we're about to break out of this bullshit, and our country
Mhm.
will be gold based.
Mm.
We're now a fiat country.
Yes, we are.
It's about to change over.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right, Aquarius.
Yeah. I'm taking pictures, Homestead Aquarius, with you guys in the side chat giving stuff, you know. Giving
Didn't
all the
mean
advice.
to
We
be
appreciate it.
blowhard, but it was like I've been holding this back for you guys for forever and thinking, I need to tell these girls to look this up.
Yeah, thank you. What just happened here? Sorry, the light went off. Yeah, I didn't. I'm glad you brought that up. I wouldn't have thought. But is this actual? I know this is gonna sound dumb. Is this actual physical currency, and then you're investing
Yeah.
with somebody? Okay.
No. What I have is I have physical bills
Oh,
with
great. Okay.
a certificate of authenticity,
Okay. Got it.
which means when we get the go ahead, it's called the RV, that we can take it into the reevaluation centers. Some of them may be banks, but not all of them, because
Okay.
the ZIM is mostly for humanitarian projects. But it depends on your age and how you want to deal with all the wealth you receive.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it's going to be a big deal. It's like, folks like me that, honey, my Social Security check is $712 a month. And I still can save enough to buy foreign currency.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just
Because you're doing it a bit at a time, correct? It's like
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been doing it for a couple of years.
Amazing. That's great.
And I'll probably buy when the RV actually happens. It will be millions of dollars. And if I got 1 million, I'd be happy. Sorry.
Right? That would make a lot of people happy. I'd be very happy with 1 million too. I'm sure my husband would be ecstatic. He sees me pull in 1 million. That would be shocking too, I think.
My point in saying all that I've been saying is that, oh my God, I think of you as family.
Oh,
and I
thank you,
just
Steph.
want you guys to get some wealth.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think I took. Yeah, it's not expensive, Diva, when you do it a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
True. Right? And me too. I could do with some 6 zeros behind my money. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
So it's tricky.
I just made $8,000 with my silver investment.
Whoa. What? Wow.
I know. And I bought it 2 years ago.
That's amazing.
That's good.
It's still priced at way above mining costs, but many things can happen.
That's really good.
Well, too. I know Homestead Aquarius also physical. He's got his silver coins, his gold. He's got some copper. He's the coin man, but he doesn't do a lot on his channel with the coins and explain that. Which maybe you can do that sometime, Homestead, on
Who is
a
this?
live Homestead Aquarius. He's sent
Okay.
coins out as prizes for people because he's very into also all of this.
Are
But
we buffering?
I don't know. Are we?
GT
Steph, are you
Junior.
still good? Diva, are you still with us? Oh, he's saying we're buffering. Shoot. Let me see. I'm trying to open us up. Of course, every one of them is delayed. Let me see. Come on. The heck?
Central banks are wicked.
I can't even. It's not letting me, and now it just changed off your channel. What the hell? Excuse me.
Can
Why?
you see?
Hold on.
Oh, there she is.
Am I
Hey,
back?
beautiful.
My mic.
There!
Yeah,
Yay! You're here.
Can you hear me? Can
Yeah,
you hear me?
you're good.
Oh, but I can't hear you. What am I? What have
Uh-oh.
I? What am
don't
I
know.
missing? Oh, maybe
Diva,
plug or a
I
switch?
hear
don't
you.
know. Maybe I'll go out and come back in.
She
Did you
can't
mute
hear
us on the computer, maybe? I've made
Well-
that mistake several times. Well, I'm muted on the computer just because, you're like,
Yeah. I do
dogs
believe that
barking,
silver is
and
cheap
you
right
don't
now.
want to hear it for some reason.
Yeah, he's a stacker. That's what I wanted to say. Homestead Aquarius is a stacker. He buys precious metals pretty much any chance he can.
Good for
Um,
you, Aquarius.
Yeah. And then he rolls them over, like, is what he showed us. Like, he was showing us how he turned copper into silver and went in there with all his pennies to his place and was able to come out with
Nice.
silver. It was kind of cool. Yeah. Yep. I do too, but, convincing my husband,
All the metals are important.
yeah.
Copper, platinum. You're
No,
not
you
going
don't.
to lose.
You should.
Because, especially with silver, because there's only a limited quantity. I mean, I've had this thought in my head that silver may outrun gold because silver is used in technology. Gold is not.
I'm getting it, Diva.
It is.
Yeah, silver and platinum.
That's why
Do
they
they-
buy phones back, because there's a lot of silver in them.
Yeah.
Exactly, honey.
They were mining, I thought, gold, though, out of computers for a while. Did they stop using the gold in the computers?
I don't know.
No, that's silver they're taking out of computers.
Homestead, which one is it where they go into the computers? And I've talked about it. I've seen a video of them doing it, but I thought it was gold. That's why they. Oh no! Oh no, buffering there. Thank you, Lynette. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, appreciate it so much.
Yes, barter and skills first. Yeah, yeah. But while you're bartering and you're doing your skills, you can
Yeah, you got to learn how to barter. too.
buy a coin. But yes, that's going to be very important.
I mean, that's like my brother-in-law and his family and our family are coming together, and we're like buying pigs together and doing animals together and all of that stuff.
Diva, put it in there, Diva. There it is.
I think that's so cool, Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because we're 4 people, right? So a pig or 2 pigs is too much for one person.
Yeah,
Or
gold
one,
is why. Yeah, gold is, and so is silver. So it's gold is used as well as silver in electronics. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're both right. It's both because I've seen them harvest the gold, and it's such tiny little things, and they get them all together and then
Mhm.
get the tiniest bit. Like and you wonder, okay, did you pay for all those computers you just took apart, or motherboards, or whatever you're taking apart? And like,
At Goodwill, they literally have special needs kids that take those computers apart so that they can send them into a place to
melt it down from
melt
the
it.
old computers. How brilliant.
Mhm.
Wow.
Our Goodwill won't accept any computers. You have to take them to Office Depot.
Yeah, you do now, but back
Yeah.
in the day.
If you ever have a reset electrical breaker in your house. Oh, interesting. You're handling silver. I didn't know that. That's probably why our electrical.
That's why they're so expensive.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
I just put one in a year ago.
Yeah, yeah. Circuit boards are the biggest users of gold, more specifically motherboards. Oh, good to know, Anne. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Oh, there she is. I almost thought I got a troll or something because your picture didn't show up. There she is. Are you okay?
Green.
Hello, Stephanie. Yeah,
Can
no,
you-
I had a stressful. Well, it was a family emergency that happened earlier today, but I was just getting informed about it. So
Oh,
I
crap.
I send it
Sorry.
in the Facebook chat so you'll know
Okay.
what it's about. But
Right.
yeah, so and then now my microphone system won't work. Like the microphone works,
Oh.
but I can't
Not
hear
the
anything.
hearing.
So I'm just going off of my
We can hear you just
webcam.
fine.
Yeah, you sound good even
Now
on what you're.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard you before on the mic, but you couldn't hear us with the headphones,
Which
right?
is going to drive her nuts because she's used to
Yeah, she
hearing
likes
her
good
voice a
sound.
certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know these
That-
things.
Audio giftedness. That's why she has that
Yes.
audio. Let me see. Mandatory. We were just talking about gold and silver, as you know, and now we were talking about
Oh,
the
I drank
electronics.
too much water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Mandatory electronics recycling program being engaged in many places.
Laura.
Wow, silver gold instead of mine. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's awesome. They're using the recycled. Why not? That's pretty smart.
Mhm.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Thank you. Thanks.
Do
I
you
don't-
know? Do you know that under the Trump administration, do you remember when he went to the Vatican and you had that awful picture of Trump grinning and the Pope so down laden?
I remember that photo. Yeah. You know,
Remember that?
you can't. Yeah, I do. But
What
you know,
he
you can't,
did?
Stephanie.
He demanded the gold back to the U.S. and it took
Oh,
650 planes to bring the gold back to the U.S. Does anyone know who Dr. Jan Halper Hayes is?
no.
You need to look her up. She is awesome. She
Okay.
has worked with the Trump administration.
Stephanie, we call him 45 on here because you can get my channel shut down by continuing to say his name. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off, but we don't say his name.
Okay.
We call him 45.
I'm sorry you
okay.
have an issue. I did not know that. Okay.
No, I don't have an issue. YouTube does, and they'll take my channel from me.
Okay. Some channels never have that issue.
I know that. They're supported in some other
Got
way.
it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Anyway, my point is check out Dr. Jan Halper Hayes. She's American living in the UK, and she works for the Department of Defense, DOD.
Okay.
And she is totally clued into what's going on. And my point being, Sorry, I'm getting lost in my thoughts, but yeah, there's 650 planes from the Vatican to the United States with gold. We have enough gold here in the United States to back up our quote unquote fiat dollar into gold backed currencies. And we're about, you can ask your bank, go to your bank and ask them if they have the new USN. In other words, United States notes, not the fiat currency. You will be able to exchange your fiat currency soon into actually gold-backed notes. We're moving into a system where there will be no debt. If you got a mortgage, it's like the year of Jubilee. Your mortgage will be wiped out. I'm one of those that paid off my mortgage, paid off all my debt. So I'm not going to experience that, but we are moving into a new era.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be weird, but
no, it's not weird. Oh,
it is happening, and we're so close to it.
Yeah, we're about to change over, and we haven't been in a gold standard, Mike is saying, for 80 years. Wow.
I know.
I thought it was.
They've been saying it for a long time, Lynette. Yep.
Oh yeah. Actually, like all of this, my sister had bought some currency. Like she was told, I think it would be more like 20 years now, and so that's one of the reasons why I had bought what I bought, and it wasn't expensive.
Okay.
You know, because it's like when you're buying it in their currency with your dollar, it's just like, you know, when you go to buy pesos, like, you know, it's like, it doesn't cost you a lot to buy a whole lot of pesos. And so with some of the money that I did purchase, you know, it's costing me like like 9 cents per dollar. So you can go a very far way with how much money that you can actually purchase. And
right
then
now,
if you just
before it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so if you're buying it, you know, if I'm buying it at 9 cents and then let's say it just goes to $1, then, you know, that currency just moved from, let's say, you know, $10,000 of that currency, and now it's worth $36,000 worth of that currency.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like,
I got
you go and you buy
$200.
I don't. Did we just pause?
Sorry.
Oh, no. I just didn't know if something happened or if my Wi-Fi dropped because of the way it just went boop and we all went silent.
Oh,
that's not like this people, my people. What happened? Okay, I'm trying to follow you, Homestead Aquarius, but forgive me. A word of caution: a debt jubilee is not exactly a given thing. More likely, it will be reevaluated into the new system, and that never favors the debtor. Only the system will be favored.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hitting the wall, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down because it's been almost we're 3 hours and 40 minutes. So I appreciate you all, being here with us, and we're talking about peace. Well, too, financial peace is something to look into, and there are good teachers on YouTube for that to get your money together too before we hit that wall as best you can. One step at a time. So if any of this stressed you out, don't stress. Go to that peaceful place, whether it's worship music or whatever, you know, or it's painting. Just find your peaceful place. And we hope that next time we see you, that you would have taken more of that peace upon you this week than all the chatter and noise, as Laura called it, which I love.
I'm so excited.
Have a really good night, guys. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. Bye. That was really fun.
Bye.
Steph,
Love
thank
you
you for being
guys.
here. Love you.